Sports Radio. This is Fox Sports Radio. Fox Sports Radio, 850 AM, KHHO, Tacoma.
Stand by for a special presentation of Fox Sports Radio 850.
The Tacoma Rainiers pregame show on Fox Sports Radio 850 is brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Piles of miles and no online booking fees at alaskaair.com. Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. And by Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers.
Well, hello, everybody, and welcome to Tacoma Rainiers Baseball on Fox Sports 850. Mike Curto with you from Cheney Stadium in Tacoma, where the Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers are about to begin the battle for first place in the Northern Division standings. Well, these two teams have been waiting a while for their five-game showdown, which begins tonight. They're really the only two contenders in the Northern Division right now. Salt Lake sitting in first place, the Rainiers in second place, one game back. And a five-game set ready to begin tonight, including a doubleheader on Sunday afternoon. Well, both these teams really struggling going into this series, and it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. Each of these two teams has lost 9 of their last 11 ball games, and thus they remain separated by one game in the standings. They had such a big lead over the third and fourth place teams, Colorado Springs and Portland, that those two teams are still essentially out of the race, although not entirely. Colorado Springs in third place, 7.5 back. Portland in the cellar, 8.5 back. It's really a two-team race with 27 games to play. So the series starts tonight, and the Rainiers are going to have Chris Boglovsky on the hill. Boglovsky has been one of the more reliable starters for the Rainiers lately. Starting pitching has been a problem. Boglovsky 3-3 with a 4.76 ERA. On the hill for Salt Lake, a former first-round draft pick who has battled arm injuries, Joe Saunders. Saunders is in his sixth start since being promoted from Double-A. He is 2-3 with a 4.35 ERA. Saunders is a lefty. Well, the Stingers have a ringer in the lineup. Dallas McPherson, Major League third baseman, on the disabled list of the Angels right now with a inflamed hip. He is on rehab with Salt Lake, and he's batting in the number 3 slot and DHing tonight. He has light tower power, so the Rainiers are going to have to be careful with McPherson. No new players for the Rainiers today. There is still talk that Bucky Jacobson may join the Rainiers on a rehab assignment during this weekend, but he is not here tonight. So we'll see if he shows up later in this series. The Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers. We start off a 5-game set tonight. The battle for first place in the Northern Division. When we come back, we'll get you caught up on what happened in the PCL yesterday. Our Pacific Coast League Roundup coming up after this.
It's time for sizzling summer savings on Comcast basic cable and high-speed internet. It's the Comcast Summer Blowout Sale. Get our top 75 channels on lightning-fast internet for just $14.99 a month each through the end of the year. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE now for these amazing offers. Plus, you'll save on installation, too. For less than 50 cents a day, you'll get great cable favorites like ESPN, CNN, and Nickelodeon, with today's hottest shows like Battlestar Galactica on Sci-Fi Channel, college football on FSN, Nip Tuck on FX, and many more. And with America's #1 high-speed internet provider, enjoy an always-ready, lightning-fast connection without tying up your phone line, all for less than 50 cents a day. Like summer, these deals won't last. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE and get basic cable or high-speed internet for only $14.99. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE now to get our best offer of the year. Certain restrictions apply. Not available in all areas. Taxes and fees additional. Call Comcast for pricing, equipment, and service details. Offer ends 9/23/05. After promotional period, regular monthly service and equipment charges apply.
Isn't it time for a more productive meeting? Microsoft Office Live Meeting gives you the power to meet up with 2, up to thousands with just a PC and an internet connection. Go to Microsoft.com/GetLive for a free 14-day trial today.
The Audi A4 1.8T Sports Sedan. Drivers love it for its German engineering and its well-appointed interior. You'll love it for the way it takes on the road and transforms the commute into an adventure. Audi, get ready for the ride of your life. Visit nwaudidealers.com and see for yourself.
The Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers begin their battle for first place in the Northern Division. The Rainiers are struggling right now. They have lost their last 5 ball games. Yesterday it was ugly. They were down 10-0 after 2 innings of play. Yet they mounted a serious comeback, and they wound up losing by just 2 runs, 12-10. In fact, they had the tying run at the plate in the 9th inning when the final out was made. So the Rainiers showed a lot of heart yesterday, battling back from the big deficit, and almost had a miraculous comeback. Meanwhile, Salt Lake went pretty quietly yesterday. Nashville beat them 8-2 in Salt Lake City. The Stingers were swept at home in a 4-game series by Nashville. Yesterday it was Prince Fielder going 4 for 4 and scoring 3 runs for Nashville. Also, former Rainier Julio Mascara helping out his old team, going 4 for 5 with 2 runs batted in to assist Nashville to the victory over Salt Lake yesterday. Third place, Colorado Springs was rained out in their game against Memphis. That game will not be made up. And in the cellar, Portland losing at New Orleans 3-1. Kip Bachnight going 5 innings and allowing 1 run to get another win for New Orleans. A couple other results from around the league. Omaha was a 4-3 winner over Tucson as John Huber hit his first AAA homer and drove in a couple of runs for Omaha. Albuquerque topped Fresno 5-2. Joe Dillon with a monster game, 4 hits, a homer, 2 runs batted in. Albuquerque tied in first place in the American Conference Southern Division with Round Rock. Round Rock yesterday scored 5 runs in the 8th to beat Sacramento 6-3. Well, the Rainiers at the Salt Lake Stingers, a series that many of the Rainiers players and Salt Lake players have been looking forward to. It starts tonight. Thought we'd talk with one of the Rainiers who's been here all year, Andrew Lorraine, a veteran who has participated in championship caliber Pacific Coast League play before, and we'll get his thoughts on this series and what it means. We'll hear from Andrew Lorraine right after this.
Hi, Kevin Calabro here with great news from McCann Cadillac Hummer Saab. GM employee pricing has been extended on all remaining 05 Cadillacs and Hummers at McCann Motors through Labor Day weekend. What does this mean to you? Tremendous savings on all remaining 05 Cadillac and 05 Hummers on the lot. Check out all the remaining Cadillacs in stock, including Escalades, CTSs, SRXs, and STSs. But you'd better hurry because there's less than 30 05 Cadillacs remaining. Cadillac breakthrough. McCann is also your Hummer headquarters. Take advantage of the GM employee pricing on all remaining 05 Hummers. With less than a dozen 05 Hummers left, you'd better come test drive one today on the new McCann off-road course because they're going to go fast at these prices. Hummer like nothing else. As always, you'll receive the utmost in customer care and courtesy while visiting McCann Motors. McCann knows what it takes to treat their customers right. So stop into McCann Cadillac Hummer Saab today, located just off I-5 at exit 137, or log on to McCannMotors.com. McCann Cadillac Hummer Saab, the family on the freeway in Fife.
Are you concerned about Washington's wildlife? This spring and summer, hundreds of orphan birds and mammals will be brought into the Paws Wildlife Rehabilitation Center, needing intensive care. You can be a part of helping these animals return to the wild where they belong. If you can spare 4 to 5 hours a week this summer to volunteer for wildlife, please call Paws at 425-787-2500 or visit our website at paws.org.
My guest tonight on the Rainiers pregame show is pitcher Andrew Lorraine. And Andrew, thanks for joining me today.
Thanks, Mike. Good to be here.
Andrew, let's talk a little bit about a pennant race. The Rainiers, I know, struggling right now, but so is first place Salt Lake, and you guys start this 5-game series tonight, just 1 game out of first place. First things first, could you imagine if 11 days ago you were a game out of first place and I said, Andrew, your team's going to lose 9 of the next 11 games and you're still going to only be 1 game out of first place?
I wouldn't have believed it at the time, but I guess baseball's a funny game. I told people about a month and a half ago, asking about the pennant race and catching Salt Lake, and so let's talk about it. We get into August, and we play them in August at home, and sure enough, here we are, and it's a big series. We're both right here, and what's happened in the past doesn't really matter at this point. We have to all play our best baseball, and like I said, this series will be a big part in determining who goes to the playoffs.
5 games with Salt Lake starting tonight, including a Sunday doubleheader. Andrew, you've been with this club all year, and you've seen the previous games with Salt Lake. The Rainiers have had the upper hand so far. What strikes you about the Salt Lake team as maybe kind of a key to beating them?
Well, they got a very balanced lineup, and they, like I said, if you give them a lot of extra opportunities, they're going to take advantage of you. We played very, very good defense at their ballpark, and here we played them. I think early on we were feeling each other out, but the last series was pretty indicative of how we can play when we play well, when we pitch well and put things together. As a staff, we have to do a better job than we've done over the last few weeks, and pretty much give us a chance to win. I think we're going to get some key hits and hopefully pull a few games off, but I don't think anyone's going to not show up for this series. We've both been kind of looking at it in the schedule for a while, and obviously what's happened in the past few weeks doesn't really matter when it comes down to two teams in first and second place battling it out.
Both teams have kind of a mix of veteran guys who have been around the Pacific Coast League for a few years and also some younger players who are in the AAA level for the first time in their career. You, as a veteran guy, is there anything or any way you carry yourself in a playoff-type situation or a playoff atmosphere trying to get to the postseason that maybe kind of rubs off on the younger guys?
Hopefully you just approach your work the same way as you do all season. I've always felt that you can't show up to the ballpark and say today is more important because what are you going to do? Try harder today than you did, all season, or you're going to, do extra work that you didn't do all year. You just do the same thing. You come to the park. Obviously, the game means something, and anyone who's not ready to play in this game obviously needs to have their head checked. But obviously we just do the same thing we've been doing all year, and hopefully, we use the home cooking to our advantage and come out on top and make up some ground and get ahead of these guys.
We talked about how both teams are kind of struggling going into this series. From the Tacoma perspective, how do you think the team is situated mentally right now after that really rough series in Oklahoma?
Yeah, it was a rough series, but I think you saw the true character of this team after the second inning last night. A lot of teams would have just folded up shop, and we battled back in that ball game when we were, the tying run at the plate and had a chance to really come back in that ball game. And I think that it shows a lot about this team that we haven't given any games away and given too many at-bats away. We might have had some times where we had some rough games offensively, but we always seem to get the tying runners out there or battle and make the team work and not really give in too much. You're not going to win every time like that, but you're going to have a chance to win, and that's why we've come back quite a few times this year. And I think, as a staff, we've got to obviously do a better job, but I think as a staff, we're confident. We know what we can do. We just had a rough series, and, obviously we're back home, and it's got to be a benefit as far as that goes. And we just have to come out and set the tone the first night here and hopefully take this ball game and, not look too far ahead and just come out and play good baseball.
Andrew, it should be a lot of fun watching the series. Thanks a lot for joining me today, and good luck on the mound.
Hey, thanks, Mike.
That's Andrew Lorraine, Rainiers pitcher. I'll be back with the starting lineups after this.
Claude Markham on working in the United States Navy.
I'm an aviation ordnanceman, second class. It's an indescribable feeling being up on the flight deck and just being next to them, pulling the pin from the weapon launcher before they take off. It's a big rush inside, and not many people my age can do the job that I do out the outside at such a young age.
Most jobs reveal what you do. Ours reveal who you are. To learn more, check out Navy.com or call 1-800-USA-NAVY. Navy. Accelerate your life.
And we're back. Hello, caller. You're talking insurance with Dr. Deductible.
Hi, Doc. I'm dealing with multiple...
Multiple personalities?
No, multiple websites. I'm just trying to get car insurance quotes.
You might go to Progressive.com. They'll give you the Progressive direct rate and, in most cases, the rates of their top competitors. All on one website.
Call 1-800-PROGRESSIVE or go to Progressive.com. Think easier. Think Progressive. Progressive Housing Insurance Company and its affiliates, Mayfield Village, Ohio.
This is your home for Tacoma Rainiers baseball. And Jim Rome, weekdays 9 to noon. Fox Sports Radio 850.
KHHO Tacoma.
Taking a look at the starting lineups in tonight's ball game. First for the visiting Salt Lake Stingers, who enter play with a record of 63 wins and 55 losses. The Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim AAA club. They're managed by Dino Ebel. Leading off and playing center field is Chris Prieto. Batting second baseman Alberto Callaspo. Hitting third, rehabbing designated hitter Dallas McPherson. In the cleanup spot, right fielder Luke Allen. Hitting fifth and playing first base is Zach Sorensen. In the sixth hole, the left fielder Curtis Pride. Batting seventh, shortstop Brian Speck. Hitting eighth and doing the catching is Ryan Buddy. And batting ninth, third baseman Adam Pavkovich. On the mound, left-hander Joe Saunders, his sixth AAA start. He's 2-3 with a 4.35 ERA. The Tacoma Rainiers are a game behind Salt Lake at 62-56. The Mariners AAA club is managed by Dan Roan. Leading off and playing center field, Jamal Strong. Hitting second will be the shortstop Ramon Santiago. Batting third and playing right field, it's Abraham Nunez. In the cleanup spot, designated hitter Miguel Ojeda. Hitting fifth, second baseman Jose Lopez. Batting sixth, the first baseman Greg Dobbs. Hitting seventh and playing third base is Justin Leone. Rene Rivera will catch and hit eighth. And batting ninth, left fielder Shin-Soo Choo. On the mound for the Rainiers, right-hander Chris Poglovsky. Poglovsky is 3-3 with a 4.76 ERA. Umpires today, behind home plate is Darren Williams. The first base umpire is the crew chief, Jack Samuels, and over at third, Scott Kennedy. The Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers, the first game of the 5-game showdown between the top two teams in the Northern Division. That'll do it for the Rainiers pregame show. We'll be back with the first pitch and the start of tonight's ball game right after this.
The Tacoma Rainiers pregame show on Fox Sports Radio 850 has been brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Piles of miles and no online booking fees at alaskaair.com. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together. And by Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers.
You put your keys between your knuckles. You walk in well-lit areas. Stay clear of parked vans. Someone approaches you and you cross to the other side of the street. Your cell phone is ready, the numbers for help saved on speed dial. You lock the door behind you, once, twice, maybe 3 times. Now you feel safe, secure. You think you've made the right choices to protect yourself. Think again. Because if you're not making healthy choices, you could be one of the nearly 2 out of 3 women killed by cancer, diabetes, heart disease, or stroke. So eat right, get active, don't smoke, see your doctor, and live. Learn to protect yourself from yourself at 1-866-399-6789 or visit us at everydaychoices.org. A message from the American Cancer Society, American Diabetes Association, American Heart Association, and the Ad Council.
This broadcast of Tacoma Rainiers baseball on Fox Sports Radio 850 is brought to you by Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers. And by Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to be designated top tier by leading automakers.
Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers ready to get this thing started here at Cheney Stadium, and Chris Beglovsky has completed his warm-up pitches and he's ready to go to work. The Salt Lake Stingers veteran leadoff man Chris Prieto heading to the plate right now. Beglovsky, 25-year-old right-hander from New Jersey, and Beglovsky has had good starts. He's returned to the rotation at the beginning of this month. Last time out, he pitched into the 8th inning at New Orleans, wound up taking a 4-1 loss. Prieto stands in, left-hand batter and a good one, hitting .323, .423 on base percentage. One of the top leadoff men in the PCL, and he has been for years. Beglovsky's first pitch is taken for a strike, and we are underway. Chris Beglovsky working with catcher Rene Rivera. Dobbs at first, Lopez at second, Santiago at short, and Leone up on the edge of the grass at third base. Beglovsky with the 0-1 pitch to Prieto, and this is outside for a ball, 1-1. The outfield is Chu in left, Strong in center, and Nunez in right, and they're all shading Prieto to the opposite field towards left field. 1-1 pitch on the way from Beglovsky, and it's taken up high and away for a ball, 2-1. Look for Rainiers manager Dan Roan to play this series to win. Not that he's always trying to win, but he's going to particularly pull out all the stops in this series against Salt Lake. 2-1 to Prieto outside, ball 3, 3-1. So Beglovsky falls behind Chris Prieto, 3 balls, 1 strike. Now the 3-1 pitch on the way to Prieto. And this is high, ball 4, and Prieto heads down to first base with a leadoff walk. So he is on, and now Alberto Callaspo will be the batter. There's been a change with the umpires. Jack Samuels is the home plate umpire, not Darren Williams, who we announced during the lineups. We just found out that the positions changed, really, when they took their positions, the start of this game. Darren Williams is at first base, and Scott Kennedy is at third. Standing in now, Alberto Callaspo, and he takes the first pitch, and it is on the outside corner. There's strike 1. So Beglovsky gets a first pitch strike to Callaspo. Callaspo, switch hitter, batting left-handed, hitting .272 in 26 games. He's a singles hitter, and a pretty good one, too. Very good contact hitter. Recently promoted from Double-A. One of the better infield prospects in the Angels system. Beglovsky with the pitch. It swung out, grounded towards second, and it's going to be fielded by Lopez. To Santiago for 1. On to first, there's 2. The Rainiers turn the double play. 4-6-3. Lopez to Santiago to Dobbs, and just like that, 2 men are gone at the top of the first inning. Callaspo bouncing into the 4-6-3 twin killing. So that erases the leadoff walk. 2 outs, nobody on. And now Dallas McPherson will be the batter. McPherson's on rehab. Was a trendy Rookie of the Year pick in the preseason predictions by many baseball writers. He's been plagued by injuries this season. McPherson stands in, and the pitch is a fastball for a strike, 0-1. Got to be careful with Dallas McPherson because when he gets a hold of a pitch, he can hit it a mile. Big-time power right here. He's coming back from a hip injury, hip inflammation. 0-1 pitch, just a little bit inside for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike to McPherson. McPherson was with the Stingers for the second half of last year and really crushed the ball. Hit some long home runs against Tacoma, as he did against many different PCL teams. 1-1 pitch outside for a ball, 2-1. Played in 67 games for Salt Lake last year and hit 20 homers. Put that over a full season in the Coast League, and he would have been up over 40 home runs on the year. In fact, he was over 40 home runs on the year. 2-1 pitch, down low, ball 3. They just weren't all in the PCL. He hit 20 in Double-A for the first half. Got moved up to Triple-A, hit 20 for Salt Lake. Got a September call-up to Anaheim and hit 3 more there. So he hit 43 home runs total last season between 3 different teams. Boglovsky's 3-1 pitch is swung on and hit foul on the ground, and that makes the count full, 3-2. Chris Boglovsky, 9th start of the year, 3-3, 4.76 ERA. 27 walks and 81 in the third innings prior to tonight. He's walked 1 already. He's allowed 93 hits this year and has struck out 54. Started the year as a reliever and was the first guy to come out of the bullpen and make spot starts for the Rainiers this year. Here's the 3-2 pitch on the way to McPherson, and it swung on and popped up foul. Third base side might be playable. Leone over at the railing. Can't get it. It's back in the box seats. That was a major league foul pop-up right there. It was in a mile high into the sky. So McPherson stays alive. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Remaining the count. On deck, Luke Gallen, who is Salt Lake's home run leader, batting cleanup. Three balls, 2 strikes to McPherson. Payoff pitch on the way from Boglovsky, and it's a called strike 3. Got him with a fastball at the knees, and down he goes. Chris Boglovsky with a scoreless top of the first inning. No runs, hits, or errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the first. It's Salt Lake nothing. Tacoma coming to the plate.
And now a word from your friends at Kitchen Solvers of Kent.
Beauty and durability. Nowhere in your kitchen is it more important than with your countertops. And your friends at Kitchen Solvers of Kent are proud to offer a huge choice of countertop surfaces that embody the beauty and durability that today's working kitchens demand. From popular favorites like solid surface, granite, and marble, to exciting new products like solid wood and quartz, Kitchen Solvers of Kent has a broad selection for you to choose from, so you will see all of your options and make an informed choice. And with our at-home shopping service, we'll show you those options right in your own home. So call your friends at Kitchen Solvers of Kent today. 800-479-4919. Your kitchen is a big decision. Make sure you get exactly what you want. Kitchen Solvers of Kent, the right choice for today's kitchens.
Kitchen Solvers of Kent. Refreshingly different, surprisingly affordable. 1-800-479-4919. 1-800-479-4919.
Hi, this is Sarah with It's Just Lunch Seattle. Dating is hard. You're busy working on a career, your friends are all married, or maybe you've recently gone through a divorce. Whatever the case, you're simply not surrounded by a lot of single people. So what do? Call It's Just Lunch at 206-340-0100 and be proactive about your personal life. Join by August 31st and receive $200 off our premier membership. That's 206-340-0100. Or visit us online at itsjustlunch.com.
Well, Chris Boglovsky pitches a scoreless first inning, and that's something we haven't seen a lot of from Tacoma pitchers recently. So that was very encouraging. Now the Rainiers get ready to bat here in the bottom of the first inning against Salt Lake starter Joe Saunders. Jamal Strong, Ramon Santiago, and Abraham Nunez at the top of the order today to face Saunders, a former first-round draft pick who received a signing bonus of nearly $2 million in 2002. Came out of Virginia Tech. 12th player chosen in the draft that year. Been plagued with injuries. He's healthy this year. Here's his pitch to Jamal Strong, and it's taken outside, ball 1. Saunders pitched well at Double-A Arkansas. Got himself promoted. This is his 6th Triple-A start ever. Here's the 1-0 to Strong, and it is outside for a ball, 2-0. Saunders, a southpaw without overpowering stuff, although he can hit 90 on the radar gun. And has at times, depending on his health, gone into the low 90s on the gun. So here's a pitch in for a strike to Strong, 2-1. With Salt Lake, he's 2-3 with a 4.35 ERA. He's had 2 spectacular starts and 3 kind of so-so starts. 2-1 to Strong, grounded at third, scooped up nicely by Pavkovich, and he throws out Strong at the first base, and one man is out. Strong bounces out to third baseman Adam Pavkovich. One away, and now Ramon Santiago will be the hitter. Santiago hitting .240, 8 homers, 35 runs batted in. He batted leadoff in all 4 games in Oklahoma City, and Strong hit second in all 4 games. And now that the Rainiers are home and facing Salt Lake, Dan Roan flip-flopping the 2. Pitch to Santiago, taken outside, ball 1. Saunders on the hill, working with catcher Ryan Buddy, who's now the Salt Lake #1 starter. Jeff Mathis promoted to the Angels today. 1-0 to Santiago is a hit on the right side to Cayaspo, the second baseman, a bounding ball, and he easily throws out Santiago. And 2 men are out in the bottom of the first. Couple of ground balls in the infield resulting in quick outs. Abraham Nunez is next. Now, the Rainiers have not faced Saunders ever before, but he did have some starts this year in the Texas League when he was pitching for Arkansas. He made 3 starts against the Mariners' AA team, San Antonio. The problem is the Rainiers have only 1 position player on the roster this year who has been moved up from AA, and that's catcher Rene Rivera. So here's a pitch in for a strike to Abraham Nunez, 0-1. And Rivera has also spent some time in the major leagues this year. He might not have been there when Saunders faced San Antonio earlier this year. Here's a pitch outside to Nunez, 1 ball, 1 strike. Abraham Nunez hitting .262 with 13 homers, 67 runs batted in. Had a big game yesterday in Oklahoma. 1-1 pitch is called a strike on the outside corner, and a slightly delayed call by Jack Samuels, and I think Abraham was a little surprised when he heard the strike call. So he's in a hole, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Saunders into the windup, and the pitch is outside, and that evens things up. Nunez batting right-handed against the lefty Saunders. 2 outs, no one on, no score, bottom of the first inning. Saunders with the 2-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Got him with a change, and down goes Nunez, and the inning is over. First strikeout for Joe Saunders. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the second. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Dear Mr. Vice President of keeping track of where I am. See, there's this thing where people get together at the end of the day. We meet at the bar downstairs for the bright, crisp, clean taste of Budweiser. Then we laugh at all things corporate. Come on down. It's going to be a good time.
Oh, watch the clock, alright, it's counting down. My work is done and my friends are coming round. Now that I got the crowd out of the way, I think it's gonna be a great, great day.
Budweiser beer, Anheuser-Busch, St. Louis, Missouri.
The 2005 Tacoma Rainiers aren't always playing baseball at Cheney Stadium. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2005 Rainiers, Xbox. Xbox's new low price of $149.99 makes it easier than ever to enjoy online play. A new line of games for the whole family. Be sure to visit your local gaming or consumer electronics retailer to pick up your very own Xbox console. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake as we go to the second inning of play in this first game of 5 between the 2 top contenders in the Northern Division. The Rainiers 1 game behind the first place Stingers entering play today. Chris McGlovsky on the hill. He'll face Luke Allen, Zach Sorensen, and Curtis Pride, the 4, 5, and 6 hitters for Salt Lake here in the top of the second. McGlovsky winds, and the pitch to Luke Allen is a swing and a miss. There's strike 1. Allen hits for power. He has a career-high 21 home runs this year. He's hitting .289 with 78 runs batted in. Guy who's been playing in the Pacific Coast League for 4 years now. Now the 0-1 pitch on the way, and this is outside for a ball. 1-1 the count. No wind blowing at all in Tacoma tonight. Nice warm evening. Perfect weather. Here's the 1-1 pitch. And it's swung on and hit sharply to the right side. Dobbs reaches out, knocks it down, picks it up, throws to Boglovsky, covering first, and he gets there in time for the out. Had to kind of feel for the bag with his right foot when he was facing out towards the outfield to catch the throw, and he managed to get a piece of that first base bag. Little fancy footwork from Chris Boglovsky, who was a soccer recruit out of high school. Using his feet there. 3-1 on the play. Dobbs to Boglovsky. 1 out at the top of the second inning, and now Zach Sorensen will be the batter. Sorensen playing first base. He's a utility infielder, and he really does play all the positions. He's been everywhere except third base and catcher this year. Switch hitter playing left, and he takes a pitch up high, ball 1. Switch hitter batting left. He's playing first base. Sorensen hitting .319, 2 homers, 34 runs batted in. Now the 1-0 swung on, hit in the air towards left field, fairly deep. Drifting back is Chu, but plenty of room. And he'll make the catch shy of the warning track, and there is out number 2. Sorensen flies out to the opposite field. 2 men are gone in the top of the second inning. And Curtis Pride will now hit. Pride started out this season on an absolute tear. He was one of the hottest hitters in the league for the first 6 weeks or so. Got himself called up to the Angels for a spell. Now back with Salt Lake, and his numbers have tapered off a bit, but they're still very good. Hitting .299 with a .411 on base percentage. Has hit 8 homers and driven in 48 in 67 games, and he takes his strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Pride, 36-year-old outfielder. Guy who's spent a lot of time in the major leagues over the years. And now he's at a point in his career where he gets called up occasionally over the course of a season. As here's a pitch outside to Pride, 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike to the Salt Lake left fielder. 2 outs in the top of the second inning. No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake. Boglovsky into the windup, and the 1-1 pitch is low for a ball. 2-1. First game of this series. We have a night game tomorrow at 7:05, and then the Sunday doubleheader at 1:35 as the two teams will make up a rainout from May 9th. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Pride in front of that off-speed pitch from Boglovsky. Count now even 2-2. The series will wrap up on Monday night with a standard 7:05 start. The homestand will continue. This is a 13-game, 12-day homestand. The Rainiers' longest homestand of the year, and it's all starting tonight. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Pride. Boglovsky's next pitch is a breaking ball that misses up high, ball 3. So full count to Curtis Pride. Three balls, 2 strikes. And now time called. Pride steps out of the batter's box for a minute, right when Boglovsky was about to throw his pitch. Three and 2 the count. And the payoff. Swing and a foul back to the screen. And it's still 3 and 2. The on-deck batter, Brian Specht. Boglovsky walked the leadoff man of the first inning, got a double play grounder from the next hitter and a strikeout to close out the inning. So retired the first 2 to come to the plate here in the second. Here's his 3-2 pitch on the way to Curtis Pride. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down he goes, and Boglovsky gets the strikeout, his second of the night. 3 up, 3 down in the top of the second inning. We go to the bottom. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
The following sounds of spring are brought to you by your friends at American Medical Response.
Way back, walk off, grand slam down the right field line. The throw to the plate, the slide, the tag, save. save. Rainiers win. Jim Horton hits it over the giant wall in center field.
American Medical Response is the nation's leading provider of emergency medical services, medical transportation, and specialized healthcare services. Since 1923, American Medical Response and its predecessor companies have been serving the needs of residents in the state of Washington, responding to more than 150,000 requests for medical care each year. American Medical Response continues the same tradition of caring and high-quality service that began over 80 years ago. American Medical Response is a proud sponsor of the Tacoma Rainiers Baseball Club. Since 1992, American Medical Response has provided all medical care and transportation for the Tacoma Rainiers home games at Cheney Stadium. From all your fans at American Medical Response.
Thanks for calling Domino's. Please, can you help us? What's the problem, sir? The negotiations. My wife doesn't want my mushrooms touching her olives. My daughter wants pepperoni. It's okay, sir. Just order our 5-5-5 deal. 3 pizzas, $5 each. Great. What do you think? Dishes or paper plates?
Buy 3 or more medium one-topping pizzas, and they're all just $5 each. Only from Domino's. Get the door. It's Domino's 5-5-5 deal. Limited time offer. Prices and terms may vary. Tax, delivery, deep dish, and specialty pizzas may be extra. You must ask for this offer when ordering.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake as we go now to the bottom of the second inning. Miguel Ojeda, Jose Lopez, and Greg Dobbs will bat this inning against left-hander Joe Saunders, who set down the side in order in the first inning. Ojeda really hit the ball hard in Oklahoma City. He was red hot there. Hit 3 home runs in the 4 games. Had 10 runs batted in the 4 games. Was 2 for 5 with a homer and 5 runs batted in last night. He takes a pitch at the knees, strike 1. In his 6 games with the Rainiers, he's hitting .400. He has 10 hits and 25 at-bats. And he has hit 3 homers and has driven in 11. 0-1 pitch, swung on, fouled away. 0-2. All 3 of his home runs in Oklahoma were line drives down the left field line. And in Oklahoma, they have kind of a short porch in left field, like they do here in Tacoma, 325 down to the line. But in Oklahoma, the fence is a bit lower, about half as tall. 0-2 pitch is a swing and a foul back. And they have some bleachers out beyond the left field fence in Oklahoma. And Ojeda was feeding the fans in the bleachers with his 3 home runs that all went to essentially the same area out there. No balls, 2 strikes to Ojeda. And the next pitch, up high and outside for a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Miguel Ojeda. Well, it's the battle for first place between these 2 clubs, and recently it's been a case where both teams have struggled. We talked about it during the pregame show. The 1-2 is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Saunders got him with a breaking ball, and Saunders K's Ojeda. 1 man out at the bottom of the second inning, and now Jose Lopez will be the batter. Salt Lake has been in first place for most of the season. The Stingers have led the Northern Division for all but 14 days this year. The Rainiers held first place for a brief spell. And they're trying to grab it again here down the stretch. Pitch to Jose Lopez is taken outside. Ball 1. Lopez hitting .282. He hit his 5th home run yesterday, and he's driven in 18 runs in 25 games. The 1-0 pitch is hit in the air towards center field. Routine play for Chris Prieto, who moves a few steps towards left center and makes the catch. 2 men are out. So Lopez flies to center, and now Greg Dobbs will be the batter. Prieto, the Salt Lake center fielder, a veteran of the Pacific Coast League. He's played many games here at Cheney Stadium as a visiting player in center field. And center field in this ballpark can be difficult. It's different from all the other center fields in the league, that's for sure, with the giant wall out there and the angles the fences take. But Prieto is a guy who's pretty experienced in this park. Greg Dobbs now the batter. Dobbs hitting .311, 3 homers, 16 runs batted in, and the pitch is taken for a strike, 0-1. Saunders, the lefty, with his next pitch, and it's up high, 1-1. We've talked a lot about the Rainiers' recent struggles and how they've had problems with the starting pitching, and the defense has not been as strong as in the past. The 1-1 pitch is a swing and a foul back, 1-2. The Rainiers did score a lot of runs in Oklahoma, with the exception of Game 3 on Wednesday. Salt Lake's problems are kind of similar. They've had pitching problems too. So the 1-2 to Dobbs is up and in, 2-2. They've had problems with starters and with the bullpen. Two balls, 2 strikes to Greg Dobbs. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Threw a fastball low and away, and Dobbs swung right through it. And Saunders has retired all 6 batters he has faced, and he has struck out half of them. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the third. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Pepsi Smash.
Pepsi Smash, known for bringing you the hottest performances from the biggest stars, has hooked up with Yahoo Music to launch Smash.yahoo.com. It's more than music. It's a place where today's artists tell their stories and take you outside the studio and inside their world. And it's made possible by Pepsi.
Yeah, what up, y'all? This is Fat Joe, and here's my single, Get It Poppin', featuring Nelly.
No limit, American Express card, mommy, you can get whatever you like. Plus side, got that all black phantom, it's tinted up all side. Get it, kiss it, they can see it's inside. Mommy, tell me, do you like? Yeah, I know you like. Yeah, it's written all over your face, don't fight. If you like.
That was Get It Poppin' for my latest album, All or Nothing. Check out Pepsi Smash on Yahoo Music, where you can see me and my hoops team, the Terror Squad, rip it up at Rucker EBC Park in Harlem. Only on Smash.yahoo.com.
See more from your favorite artists at Smash.yahoo.com. Pepsi Smash on Yahoo Music. Check it out.
Pepsi Smash.
Dragging luggage through traffic and across parking lots is not what smart travelers do. But calling Thrifty Car Rental, well, that is. Sure, we rent great cars at great rates, but we also have airport parking too. We'll drop you off right at the terminal and pick you up when you get back. Great parking at a great rate. Thrifty Car Rental. Park smart.
Leave your car and leave your worries with Thrifty. Safe, secure airport parking. Check it out at thriftyparking.com.
Well, we go to the third inning of play, and the Tacoma Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers scoreless so far. Brian Speck leading things off in the top of the third inning for the Stingers. Speck, switch hitter, batting left-handed against Chris Poglovsky. And Poglovsky's first pitch, swinging and a foul back. Speck batting .316, 5 homers, 30 runs batted in. He went 0 for 3 last night against Nashville, and that ended a long hitting streak. He had a 17-game hitting streak come to a close last night. Speck has battled some injuries this year, and this is just his 51st game. He takes a pitch up and in for a ball, 1-1 the count. Poglovsky with his 1-1 pitch, and it's a little bit low and away. 2 balls, 1 strike. Rainiers and the Stingers. Tacoma has won 8 of the 11 previous games between these two teams. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, popped in the air to shallow right field. Racing in is Nunez, still coming in, and Jose Lopez going out is going to turn around and make the catch. That ball did not travel as far as Lopez thought it was going to go. He thought it was going to carry out to Nunez, and he knew Nunez was bearing in on him. But in the end, it was closer to Lopez, and he turned around and faced home plate again and made the catch. So 1 man is out at the top of the third inning. Speck pops up. And now Ryan Buddy will be the hitter. Buddy now the number 1 catcher. As I mentioned, Jeff Math is called up by the Angels today. Their backup catcher, Josh Paul, battling some injuries. Buddy, a right-hand hitter, takes the first pitch up and in, ball 1. Buddy batting .218 with 3 homers, 16 runs batted in. Spells his last name B-U-D-D-E. Buddy. Now the 1-0 on the way. And it swung on and hit on the ground foul on the third base side. 1-1. So ball and a strike to Buddy. Peglovsky with a leg kick in the 1-1. Swung on, popped up foul, and out of play on the third base side. This is going to land on the roof. So that's strike 2 to Buddy. 1-2. Good-sized crowd on hand on this Friday night fireworks night at Cheney Stadium with the top 2 teams in the division going head-to-head. Now Peglovsky with a 1-2 pitch on the way. And it swung out and hit slowly up the middle, over to scoop it up. Santiago near the second base bag. Quick throw to first, just in time for the out. Santiago was not in a real good throwing position when he picked it up. He realized he had to hurry because Buddy was going to make it a close play at first, so Santiago kind of, with a little hop, slung the ball in a sort of a sidearm fashion to first base, and it was just enough to get his man. So 2 men are out at the top of the third inning. And here's the number 9 batter, Adam Pavkovich. Pavkovich hitting .271, 7 homers, 43 runs batted in. That's a career high, the RBIs. And he takes a pitch at the knees, strike 1. Pavkovich played a lot of third base for Salt Lake this year. Right-hand line drive hitter. Now the 0-1 swung on and hit on one hop to short. Santiago flags it down and fires to first for the out, and the inning is over. Chris Peglovsky sets down the side in order at the top of the third. 3 up, 3 down. We go to the bottom of the third. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Wish you had more choices for cable TV? Now you do. Tacoma, Furcrest, University Place, and soon Lakewood residents have a better choice in cable TV. Click Network.
Click Network.
Take control of your television with Click.
On-demand and digital video recorders.
Pause, rewind, and fast-forward live TV. Feel like you're in the middle of the action with Click's HDTV services. Best of all, Click Cable TV is affordable and without any hidden costs. All of this from a local company with excellent customer service. See why Click customers rate them the best. Call Click Network at 253-502-8900
to order the best cable TV service today.
In pro baseball, it takes good eyes to earn a base on balls. This season, every time a Rainiers player gets a walk, Primera Blue Cross will make a donation to Community Healthcare of Pierce County to help in the fight against blindness. These good eyes donations will help provide eye exams for patients with diabetes, a leading cause of blindness. Primera is proud to support Community Healthcare as they work to provide quality care at their 8 Pierce County area medical clinics. Primera Blue Cross. We're here. We're with you.
Primera Blue Cross is an independent licensee of the Blue Cross Blue Shield Association.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together
on your Xbox.
When the Tacoma Rainiers are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers, with several new games for the whole family,
online play with Xbox Live,
and a new price of $149.
What better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer
and pick up your very own Xbox.
Xbox.
Now more than ever,
it's good to play together.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake as we go to the bottom of the third inning here at Cheney Stadium. Salt Lake starter Joe Saunders has retired all 6 batters he has faced, and Saunders has struck out half of them. He's got 3 Ks already. He'll face Justin Leone, Rene Rivera, and Shin-Soo Choo here in the third. Mentioned earlier, the Rainiers getting their first ever look at Saunders, and a lefty. Here's his pitch now to Leone, and it's taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Sometimes it takes a time through the lineup to get acquainted with a new pitcher, particularly left-handers. It's now the 1-0 to Leone. Swung on and hit on the ground sharply, right to short, fielded by Brian Specht. He will throw out Leone at first base, and one man is out here in the third. Leone grounds out, and now Rene Rivera will hit. Last night in Oklahoma, the Raiders faced a lefty they'd never faced before, Derek Lee. Lee was perfect through 3 innings. Set down the first 9 batters he faced, and then when the Raiders got to the second trip through the lineup, it went base hit, double, 3-run homer. And then the third time through the lineup, it was more of the same. Here's a pitch in for a strike to Rene Rivera, 0-1. So we'll see if it's a similar situation tonight where guys fare better the second time seeing him. Rivera 3 for 19 as a Raider. Swings and fouls one back up the screen, and that's going to be strike 2. 0-2 the count to the young catcher from Puerto Rico, Rene Rivera. Just 22 years old, and he turned 22 2 weeks ago. Now the 0-2 pitch to Rivera is taken up high for a ball, 1-2. Want to also offer a belated happy birthday to Tacoma pitcher Andrew Lorraine, who turned 33 yesterday, and I didn't get it in on the broadcast because I forgot. 1-2 pitch swung on and fouled back by Rivera, still 1-2. So happy birthday a day late for Andrew Lorraine. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Rene Rivera. Saunders with his next pitch, and it's a swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Rivera, and that is strikeout number 4 for Saunders, who has retired all 80 he's faced. Well, he's pitched some gems since joining Salt Lake in his third, it was his second start, in a doubleheader game against Las Vegas, a 7-inning game. He pitched a complete game, 1-hit shutout with 7 strikeouts. Now, his 4 strikeouts tonight are already his second highest strikeout total at the AAA level. Here's a pitch inside to Shin-Soo Choo, ball 1. Choo hitting .255 with 8 homers, 36 runs batted in. He's had a tough time with lefties. 1-0 to Choo, swing and a miss, 1-1. Recently, Dan Roan has sometimes given Choo the day off with a left-hand pitcher on the mound, but Roan today has Choo in there and batting in the 9 slot. 1-1 pitch. Outside for a ball. 2-1. They could have had to when Salt Lake gets to the bullpen. They have a lot of balance in the bullpen. 3 lefties and 3 righties. Now the 2-1 to Choo is bounced to the right side of the diamond over to field. It is Sorensen. He's going to race Choo to the bag and beat him there for the out, and the inning is over. Rainiers go in order in the third. 3 up, 3 down. Saunders is perfect through 3. Bucklovsky for the Rainiers has faced the minimum through 3. We go to the 4th. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Montgomery Gentry. Live in concert at the Emerald Queen Casino I-5. See Eddie and Troy Sunday, September 4th at the Emerald Queen's new showroom on I-5. The Outlaws of Country, Montgomery Gentry. Get tickets now through Ticketmaster or at the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Dragging luggage through traffic and across parking lots is not what smart travelers do. But calling Thrifty Car Rental, well, that is. Sure, we rent great cars at great rates, but we also have airport parking too. We'll drop you off right at the terminal and pick you up when you get back. Great parking at a great rate. Thrifty Car Rental. Park smart.
Leave your car and leave your worries with Thrifty. Safe, secure airport parking. Check it out at thriftyparking.com.
True fans of our national pastime know that a regulation Big League Baseball is made of cowhide, held together by exactly 108 double stitches. And serious gasoline aficionados, of whom there have to be millions, right? know Chevron with Techron was the first gasoline designated top-tier gasoline by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. So if you ever need a good baseball trivia question, remember 108. And if you're wondering what's great for your car, the correct answer is Chevron with Techron.
No score through 3. We go to the 4th, the Rainiers and Salt Lake. First game of this 5-game series. Chris Prieto, the leadoff hitter for Salt Lake, walked in the first inning and then was doubled up. He leads off the 4th. Bucklovsky into the windup, and the pitch on the way to Chris Prieto. Swung on, hit in the air towards center field, struck fairly well, strong back a few steps, and he'll reel it in over the shoulder, and there's out number 1 on 1 pitch. Prieto flies out to center field. And now Alberto Callaspo will be the hitter. Callaspo from Maracay, Venezuela. 22-year-old infielder, a second baseman whom the Angels like quite a bit. Spells the last name Callaspo, pronounced Callaspo. Switch hitter, bats left-handed against Bucklovsky. Hit into a double play in the first inning. There's the pitch from Bucklovsky, and it's taken on the outside corner for a strike. Callaspo is a guy who's going to put the ball in play. He last year was the toughest player to strike out in minor league baseball. Now the 0-1, breaking ball up high, 1-1. This year, since being promoted to AAA Salt Lake, he's batted 114 times, and he has only 8 strikeouts. He also has only 5 walks, so he's up there making contact and hitting it somewhere. 1-1 pitch hit in the air towards center field. Strong going back a little more quickly on this one, but he's going to get there, and he makes the catch, and that's out number 2. So Boglovsky gets consecutive fly balls to center field to start the top of the 4th, and now here's Dallas McPherson, the big leaguer on rehab. McPherson struck out looking in the first inning. Didn't appear to be a big fan of the call by the home plate umpire who called him out on strikes. Now he swings and yanks a pitch into the bleachers on the first base side. Wake up over there. Souvenir coming at high speed. Strike 1 to McPherson. McPherson, big hulking figure in the batter's box, listed at 6'4", 230 pounds. Now the 0-1. Swung on, grounded up the middle behind the second base bag. There's Ramon Santiago, and he picks it up and throws to first for the out. The inning is over. Boglovsky sets down the side in order in the top of the 4th. 3 up, 3 down. We head to the bottom. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
The fun place to shop.
If you like to look at cars and live anywhere in the South Sound, Puyallup, Tacoma, Lakewood, or even over on the peninsula, you should be at the B&I this Sunday. There's nowhere else like it any day. This Sunday, that goes double. The 4th annual Custom Car Show in the B&I parking lot starts at 10 Sunday morning with over 150 custom cars tricked out and looking their best in the sunshine. 100 trophies, dozens of categories, a hop contest, and more. Spend the day walking the car show and browsing over 60 independent stores and restaurants in the B&I. The 4th annual Custom Car Show in the B&I parking lot starts at 10 this Sunday. If you want to get up early, you can double your car watching pleasure by stopping by the B&I in South Tacoma Auto between 8 and 10 that morning to see a couple of hundred additional classic cars before they start on the 3rd annual I-5 Drive. 2 sets of show cars, 1 day, 1 place.
The fun place to shop.
At 80th and South Tacoma Way.
We make shopping fun.
The next time you're looking for a dominating performance at the plate, look to your fridge for budding deli cuts. With our exclusive Zip Pack Slider, you know you can count on them to be fresh anytime you need them, game after game. And with 6 premium flavors, it's like being able to throw the meat of the order out there 2 times in a row. That's the kind of variety any manager would love. It's no wonder budding deli cuts are such a fan favorite. And they're waiting for a tryout right now in your favorite grocer.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Joe Saunders for Salt Lake has been perfect. He's retired all 9 batters he has faced, has struck out 4. So the Rainiers with the top of the order coming up here in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be Jamal Strong, Ramon Santiago, and Abraham Nunez to do the hitting. First pitch swung on, fouled away on the first base side. Strike 1. Jamal Strong grounded out to 3rd earlier. Now he swings and hits one in the air to center field. Back a few steps is Prieto, and he'll make the catch, and one man's out here in the bottom of the 4th. Strong flies out to center. Now Ramon Santiago will hit. We'll take a look at what happened around the Mariners farm system last night. Double-A San Antonio was off. They're tied in first place in their division. They are on the road in Tulsa, Oklahoma tonight, taking on the Colorado Rockies Double-A team. Here's Saunders with a pitch to Ramon Santiago. It's swung on and bounced to shortstop. First ball swinging. Speck fields it and throws to first for the out, and 2 men are gone. Rainiers hitters being very aggressive here early in the count against Saunders. 2 outs for Abraham Nunez. Inland Empire beat High Desert last night 10-3, the Mariners affiliate, with Bucky Jacobson on rehab, and Bucky hit another homer in 5 games for Inland Empire. Bucky Jacobson has 10 hits, including 3 homers and 8 runs batted in. And there are rumblings that we may see Bucky in a Rainiers uniform this weekend. Perhaps tomorrow, perhaps Sunday. Here's a pitch outside to Nunez. But it'd be fun to have him back if his rehab is going to take him this direction. Nothing official has been announced. 1-0 to Nunez. Outside for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. So Nunez gets ahead of the count, 2-0. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth, no score. Saunders' next pitch, swung on and sliced foul down the first baseline. 2-1. Also in the Cal League last night, big game for center fielder Sebastian Boucher, who's made a mark in his first season as a professional this year. Young center field prospect, had 3 hits and scored 4 runs yesterday. Apparently he can really run. 2-1 to Nunez, swung on and hit in the air to right center field. Prieto says he's got it all the way in the alleyways. He's going to make the catch, and the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down at the bottom of the fourth. We head to the fifth. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
What does it mean to be in the Air Force Reserve? For me, it means the opportunity to go as far as my ambitions can take me. It means an education that can assist me in the Air Force Reserve and take me further in my civilian career. I can earn over $30,000 for college through the Montgomery GI Bill and accumulate college credits through the Community College of the Air Force. Best of all, I earn extra income and have benefits while I'm in school. For a commitment of as little as 1 weekend a month and 2 weeks a year, I've gotten a first-rate education and a brighter future to look forward to. What does it mean to be an Air Force reservist? It means commitment. Commitment to your country, and a strong commitment to yourself and your future.
Call 1-800-257-1212 or visit us online at afreserve.com. Air Force Reserve, above and beyond.
Air Force Reserve jobs are available at the 446th Airlift Wing, McChord Air Force Base, Tacoma, Washington.
You're listening to Sarah Speck clean her windows using new Bounty Glass and Surfaces, the only paper towel with blue dot quilting. Her windows are getting streak-free, so they're not just clean, they're high-definition clean, which makes Sarah say,
wow.
For a high-definition clean, get new Bounty Glass and Surfaces, the streak-free quicker picker-upper, when used with a streak-free cleaner.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake as we go now to the 5th inning of play. It'll be Luke Allen, Zach Sorensen, and Curtis Pride to bat for Salt Lake at the top of the 5th against Chris Peklovsky. Well, fans, remember at Fred Meyer, you'll save time and money by finding more of the things you need in one easy stop. Everything from groceries to home decor to brand name clothing. One-stop shopping with rewards. You'll find it at Fred Meyer. Well, Luke Allen getting ready to hit here as they wait for the grounds crew to complete the infield drag that they do at the end of the 4th inning here at Cheney Stadium. Smooth out that dirt in the infield for the infielders. Now we're ready to go. Luke Allen stands in. He grounded out in the 2nd inning, bouncing out to first baseman Greg Dobbs. Peklovsky into the windup, and the pitch to Allen is a breaking ball outside, 1-0. Peklovsky has made one previous start versus Salt Lake. It was in Salt Lake City way back on June 26th. Now is 1-0 pitch on the way to Allen. Swung on, grounded towards second. Jose Lopez gets there, fields it, throws to first for the out, and one pass gone at the top of the 5th. Jose Lopez moving a couple of steps to his right and getting in position to field that one. Allen retired, and now Zach Sorensen will be the hitter. Peklovsky beat Salt Lake on June 26th. 6-4 was the score. He wound up going 6 2/3 innings and allowing 4 runs in that ball game in Salt Lake. Zach Sorensen now the hitter. Switch hitter bats left, flied out to left field earlier. And Peklovsky's pitch is taken down low, ball 1. Leone at third base, up on the edge of the grass. Sorensen is a guy who, while he is batting 5th today, has at times hit leadoff for Salt Lake this year. He's got decent speed. 1-0 pitch is a breaking ball for a strike, 1-1. One ball, one strike. Peklovsky winds, and his next pitch, fastball outside, 2-1. It's interesting to note, just sort of an oddity of the schedules, that while the Rainiers are playing Salt Lake right now, the two teams' Major League affiliates are playing each other 30 miles north at Safeco. Here's a swing and a hot shot to short. Santiago gloves it on one hop and throws out Sorensen. 2 men are gone here in the 5th. And now Curtis Pride will be the batter. Mariners hosting the Angels tonight, and that ball game is in the bottom of the third inning with the score tied 2-2. Richie Sexton drew a walk, and Adrian Beltre hit a 2-run homer. That's how the Mariners got their 2 runs in the second. Sad news out of Seattle today, though. Chris Snelling placed on the disabled list with what they're calling a sprained left knee. Suffered in that 14-inning game the other day. So the pitch to Pride is swung on and fouled away. Strike one. And hopefully Snelling's injury is not serious. But we all know all the injuries he has battled through his career and the tremendous success he was having this year, and now he finds himself on the DL. And that's not good news at all. Beglovsky with the 0-1 pitch on the way to Pride, and it's up high for a ball. Snelling placed on the disabled list, and the Mariners activated Ryan Franklin from the suspended list. So no one with the Rainiers was affected by the roster move the Mariners made today. 1 ball, 1 strike to Curtis Pride. 2 outs, top of the 5th, and there's a swing and a miss and a nasty breaking ball. Strike 2, 1-2. That pitch was coming up and in on Pride, and then it just dropped. Beglovsky has struck out 2 in his 4 2/3 so far, and Pride was one of those 2 strikeout victims. Beglovsky peers in over the glove. Now the 1-2 pitch is taken outside for a ball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Beglovsky with a 2-2 pitch on the way. And this is swung on and hit sharply to third, where it's caught on the fly by Justin Leone for the final out of the inning. 3 up, 3 down in the 5th. Chris Beglovsky has pitched to the minimum through 5 innings. The only man to reach on a walk was doubled up. We're halfway through it, middle of the 5th. No runs or hits for either team in this ball game. We go to the bottom of the 5th. Tacoma, Salt Lake, scoreless.
Gary just got vision on his Sprint PCS phone.
Yeah, it's great. I can watch baseball on Sprint TV. I can get on the internet for baseball scores. I can talk baseball with my friends. But I use it for other stuff, too.
What would that be?
I can watch basketball.
Sprint PCS Vision is full of easy and amazing things you'll really use. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
Sprint PCS Vision is available on Sprint PCS Vision phones activated on a Sprint PCS service plan. Additional charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
You don't have to ride like Lance Armstrong to have fun in the 2005 Dam to Dam Thumbs Up Bike Tour, but it wouldn't hurt. Join former Cougar All-American Mike Utley for this exciting cycling adventure. Pick the 25, 50, or 100-mile track and raise funds for the Utley Foundation to help find a cure for paralysis. Every contestant gets a Tyvek jacket, food along the way, and a barbecue at the finish. And you could win an Xbox prize package. Saturday, September 24th is the day. Log on to MikeUtley.org for registration information.
I'm a personal trainer at Pure Fitness, not a drill sergeant. Every day I work with all kinds of people, different shapes and sizes. It feels great to help people reach their fitness goals. My favorite part is when I step on the scale and do the victory dance. It's exciting to watch someone completely change their life for good. I love my job.
Pure Fitness, 30 days free plus 2 free personal training sessions. 1-888-894-PURE. That's 1-888-894-PURE. Pure Fitness, it's for everybody. See club for details.
Well, no score. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning, and Salt Lake starter Joe Saunders has been perfect through 4. 12 up, 12 down. The Rainiers have been swinging aggressively early in the count, as Saunders has been throwing strikes. Here's his pitch to Miguel Ojeda, and it is taken down low, ball 1. Ojeda, Lopez, and Dobbs to bat here in the bottom of the 5th. Ojeda struck out swinging in the 2nd inning. One of 4 strikeout victims of Saunders so far. 1-0 pitch inside, 2-0. Never did finish that Mariner minor league report. I do want to mention that the Everett Aqua Sox were winners yesterday. They beat Eugene 9-1, and A couple of guys who were with Tacoma earlier this year were key factors as Ojeda swings and misses, and the count goes to 2-1. Joe Werman, who recently worked out of the Rainiers bullpen, pitched 3 shutout innings as a starter for Everett yesterday. Good outing for Joe Werman. And Luis Valbuena, who spent some time with the Rainiers in April and May, 3 hits yesterday. Here's a swing by Ojeda and a high pop fly to right center, shallow right center. In comes the right fielder, Luke Allen, and he makes the catch, and one man is out in the 5th. 13 in a row set down by Joe Saunders to start his outing tonight. And now Jose Lopez will be the batter. Lopez flied to center field earlier. He's 0 for 1. Lopez stands in, swings at a first pitch that was sinking as it approached the plate, and there's strike 1. Saunders has looked impressive. His last time out, Saunders got hit around by Memphis. Here's a swing and a bouncer foul on the third base side. Strike 2 to Lopez. He allowed 7 runs on 9 hits in 4 innings in a start in Salt Lake City against Memphis 5 days ago. Took the loss in that one. He's ahead of Jose Lopez. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch swung on, grounded to third, right to Pavkovich, who picks it up and throws it to first for the out, and 2 men are gone. 14 in a row set down by Joe Saunders. And now Greg Dobbs will try to break up his perfection.
First baseman, Greg Dobbs.
Greg Dobbs. Struck out swinging in the second, and the pitch is taken down low, ball 1. Next pitch. Swung on and lined over second, and there it is, a base hit. The first hit of the game for either team. Greg Dobbs with a line drive over leaping second baseman Alberto Callaspo. I was wondering how long we were going to go with either team getting a hit, and there's our answer. 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th. Greg Dobbs with a single over second. Dobbs getting the base hit against the lefty. You know, Dobbs in his time with the Rainiers is hitting .400 against left-hand pitching. He has not been phased by the PCL lefties at all. Here's Justin Leone. Let's see if the Rainiers can turn this into a 2-out rally. Leone grounded his shortstop earlier. He's 0 for 1. And Leone takes a pitch outside for a ball, 1-0. Leone had a big hit last night in the 8th inning as the Rainiers were mounting their big comeback attempt against Oklahoma. He hit a 2-out, 2-run single in the 8th that brought the Rainiers within 3 runs in a game they once trailed by 10. Here's a swing and a fly foul down the right field line. That'll get into the bleachers. 1 ball, 1 strike to Justin Leone. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike 2. So Leone in a hole, a ball and 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 5th, no score. Dobbs leading from first, and the pitch is taken down low, and the count is even, 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. Saunders. Next pitch, right on the outside corner, called strike 3, and Leone is struck out, and the inning is over. Strikeout number 5 for Saunders, but the Rainiers do get into the hit column. They get their first base runner and then leave him stranded. We go to the 6th. Tacoma and Salt Lake are scoreless.
Mountain Dew presents Green Foo. So, we meet again.
I'm sorry, do I know you?
Yes, you spent the last hour of this movie trying to find me so you can have your revenge.
Oh, yes, didn't recognize you.
I've lost weight.
Good for you. Now, let's have a spectacular fight with aerial flips while hanging from invisible strings.
Huh. Maybe later. But first, let us drink Mountain Dew and have a sound effects contest.
Ooh, you are wiser than you look, skinny one. Unique, great taste. Now, take this, huh?
Ha ha, you've come to play. Now prepare for my 16 ounces of fury.
Very smooth, but no match for my flying green 2-liter, huh?
Well done, my friend. You have proven a worthy opponent. We shall meet again!
Word!
Green Food
is a Mountain Dew production. This product has been rated MD.
Here's your tuna breakfast wrap, onion rings, and a fresh hot cup of coffee.
Yeah, it's hot. Hot August deals on tires and wheels right now at your Les Schwab Tire Center. Scalding sale prices on performance, passenger, light truck, and SUV tires. Custom wheels, too. Plus, batteries, brakes, shocks, and alignment at everyday low Les Schwab prices. Hot August deals on tires and wheels. Now at Les Schwab.
This is your home for Tacoma Rainiers baseball.
And Jim Rome, weekdays 9 to noon.
Fox Sports Radio 850.
KHHO Tacoma.
No score between Tacoma and Salt Lake as we go now to the 6th inning of play. Chris Poglovsky on the hill. He walked the first batter of the game, got the next batter to hit into a double play, and has retired everybody since then. Here in the 6th, they'll face Brian Speck, Ryan Buddy, and Adam Pavkovich, the bottom third of the Salt Lake lineup. While Speck stands in, he's 0 for 1. He popped up to second base earlier. Both pitchers shining through the first 5 innings this evening. Leone playing up on the grass at third in case of a bunt attempt. And the pitch from Poglovsky is taken low and away, ball 1. And the 1-0 on the way. And this is a swing and a miss. 1-1 to count. Well, the Rainiers have had problems with their starting pitchers recently, and Poglovsky has ended the run. 3 of the last 4 games, the Rainiers starter did not get through the 3rd inning, which put the bullpen in a bind. They were overworked in Oklahoma City. 1-1 to Speck. Bunt at third base side, good bunt. Poglovsky picks it up, fires to first, not in time, and there's a bunt single for Speck to break up the no-hitter. So Speck bunts for a single, and he has the first hit of the game for Salt Lake. Some of the fans groan. Now Ryan Buddy will be the hitter. And Dino Ebel, the Salt Lake manager, goes through some signs in the third base coach's box. Ebel, in his first year as the manager of the Angels AAA team, he'd spent his entire managerial career in the minor leagues in the Dodgers system at lower levels. So here's a move to first. It's Speck in standing up. And the Dodgers always wanted him to manage at AA or lower, but never gave him a shot in AAA Las Vegas. The Dodgers seem to always try to get a big name to manage the team in Vegas, at least a former major leaguer. And so Ebel left the Dodgers organization, had a chance to manage in AAA with the Angels affiliate in Salt Lake. See if he puts a play on here. The pitch to Ryan Buddy is a fastball outside, ball 1. Buddy did not shorten the bunt. Now Dino Ebel goes through the signs again in the third base coach's box. No score, top of the 6th inning. Speck with his lead at first base. He'll steal from time to time. He has 8 steals this year. There he goes. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Rivera's throw. Oh, he is out. Out by a long shot. It was a breaking ball for Poglovsky, but Rene Rivera just whipped the ball down to second base, and Jose Lopez applied the tag. Nice throw from the young catcher, Rene Rivera. to gun down the base stealer, and there is the first out of the inning. Looked like a hit and run that was on there. Buddy swinging through the pitch. 1-1 the count now, and Beglovsky's next offering is going to miss a little bit outside. 2-1. So Rene Rivera guns down a base stealer. Now Beglovsky with a 2-1 pitch. And it swung on and popped up foul. Third base side. Leone with his eye on it, but he has no chance. It's back into the deck down there below the left field bleachers. A little party deck there. Souvenir for someone. Count now even. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Ryan Buddy. Buddy eases back in. 25-year-old receiver from Midwest City, Oklahoma. 2-2 pitch on the way from Beglovsky. And it is outside, ball 3, and the count is full. So it's 3-2. Pavkovich is on deck. Beglovsky now into the windup, and here we go. The payoff pitch is swung on and lined into center field. Strong coming on, reaches down, and he falls down. It gets past him. It goes all the way to the fence. This is a big problem. Buddy is around second now, racing back to pick it up. He fires it into the cutoff man. They're waving Buddy around third. He's coming home, and he is going to score. And Salt Lake is aboard as Jamal Strong fell down in center field trying to catch that line drive, and the Stingers lead it 1-0. Inside the park home run for Ryan Buddy, his 4th home run of the season, as his low line drive to center field caused Jamal Strong to attempt to make a sliding catch, and he lost his balance and fell down, and it went right over his head and all the way to the base of the wall in center field, 425 feet away from home plate. Shin-Soo Choo raced all the way back there and picked it up and tried to fire it back in, and the Rainiers did relay it home, but it was not in time. Buddy scoring, circling the bases, and the Stingers are on the board. It's 1-0, and now the Rainiers appeal at first base to see if Buddy touched the first base bag, and the umpire over there, Darren Williams, says yes, he did. So Ryan Buddy with an inside the park homer, and Salt Lake breaks through with the first run of the game. And the first time anyone even threatened it, it came because of a defensive mistake, as here's a pitch in for a strike to Pavkovich. I don't know if it was a mistake as much as it appeared as if Jamal just slipped and fell while trying to get into a position to make a sliding grab. 0-1 to Pavkovich is up and in, 1-1. So Salt Lake draws first blood here in the top of the 6th inning. Now the next pitch to Pavkovich, swung out, hit high in the air to left field. Back a few steps is Choo. Now he's going to come in a long ways, as that ball was not hit deep, and he'll make the catch. And that's out number 2. So Pavkovich flies to left field, 2 men around. And now Chris Prieto will be the hitter. So Salt Lake scores on an inside the park home run by their catcher, a guy who is not known for his speed at all. But that ball just sailed on Jamal Strong, and he was unable to keep his balance. Prieto stands in. He's 0 for 1. He has walked and flied out. The pitch is taken on the outside corner. Strike 1 to Chris Prieto. Now Beglovsky with the 0-1 pitch. Up and away, 1-1. Now the next pitch swung on, line towards right field. Nunez coming in, and he's going to make a diving catch for the final out of the inning. Abraham Nunez in right field with a diving catch coming in on that ball. And that does it for Salt Lake, but the Stingers are on the board. They get a run on 2 hits. No errors, no one left. We go to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is Salt Lake 1, Tacoma 0.
Putt Golf Centers invite you to look closely at
a day at the beach. No matter how you look at it, golf is not a day at the beach. That's why we need Putts Golf Centers.
Hi. How's it going? How have you been?
Welcome to Putts Golf Centers. For over 50 years, Putts Golf has been devoted to helping golfers enjoy and improve their game. Putts custom fits every major manufacturer's clubs and receives priority order processing. Putts Golf, Aurora North, Bellevue, South Center, and Tacoma. Putts guarantees the lowest price for everything and backs it up with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. The best golfers choose Putts Golf Centers because golf is not a day at the beach. Or is it? Take your best shot.
The 2005 Tacoma Rainiers aren't always playing baseball at Cheney Stadium. During their downtime, you can catch them playing the official gaming console of the 2005 Rainiers, Xbox. Xbox's new low price of $149.99 makes it easier than ever to enjoy online play. A new line of games for the whole family. Be sure to visit your local gaming or consumer electronics retailer to pick up your very own Xbox console. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
One nothing is our score. Salt Lake with the lead over Tacoma as we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. The Rainiers will send to the plate Rene Rivera, Shin-Soo Choo, and Jamal Strong against left-hander Joe Saunders. Saunders working on a one-hitter. Greg Dobbs line drive single in the fifth. The Rainiers only hit so far. Hits and runs have been scarce so far tonight. Rivera stands in. He struck out earlier. He swings at the first pitch and pops it up foul and out of play on the first base side. Nice catch by a fan. That is strike one. Went with a two-hand grab over there. Now the next pitch on the way from Saunders. Swung out, pulled into left field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And Rivera has a single to lead off the bottom of the sixth inning. And the left fielder, Curtis Pride, slipped for a minute on the outfield grass, but he was able to regain his balance and make sure that ball didn't bounce past him. He had no chance to catch it. He was just trying to move into position to field it on a bounce, and he slipped for a moment. Shin-Soo Choo now the hitter. Choo grounded out earlier. Dan Roan may have him bunt here. And Saunders with a toss to first base, and in standing up is Rivera. 1-0 Salt Lake, bottom of the sixth inning. Rainiers trailing Salt Lake in the standings by one game. Now the pitch to Choo is down and in for a ball. 1-0. Choo giving no indication that he might be bunting. Dan Roan going through the signs in the third base coach's box. Now the 1-0 outside for a ball, 2-0. Pitch, up and in, ball three, and Saunders falls behind Choo, 3-0. Saunders has had pinpoint command here tonight, but all of a sudden he's behind Choo, 3-0, and this is either the first or maybe the second time he's gone to a 3-ball count on anybody. 3-0 to Choo is taken right down the middle for a strike. Choo taken all the way. 3-1. I think he might have gone to a full count on Nunez earlier. 3-1 to Choo. Swung on and fouled back, and the count is now full. 3-2. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out. Rene Rivera at first base in the bottom of the sixth inning. Now the 3-2 pitch. Nope. Saunders with a move to first instead, and Rivera reads it all the way, and he's standing on the bag by the time Sorensen catches the throw from his pitcher. Now the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and popped up foul third base side and out of play. Still a full count to Chu. So Chu giving a battle here, full count, nobody out. Rivera leading from first base. It's being held on by Sorensen. Outfield shades Chu a little bit towards left. 3-2 pitch, runner goes and it's swung on and fouled back towards the press box. And it is still a full count, 3-2. Sun setting here in Tacoma, and the lights are on here at Cheney Stadium and taking effect on the diamond. Beautiful August evening here in the Pacific Northwest. Little quick conference on the mound. The catcher, Buddy, talking to Saunders. Now Chu back at the batter's box. Full count, 3-2. Rivera runs with the pitch. It's a swing and a miss, strike 3. Throw down to second base, and Rivera is out. The strike him out, throw him out, double play. Rivera had a very poor jump, and he was out by a mile at second base. So Chu strikes out, and Rivera is caught stealing 2-4. 6 strikeout for Saunders. 2 away, nobody on for Jamal Strong. Strong takes down low, ball 1. Strong is bounced out and flied out. Salt Lake leading 1-0, last of the 6th. Now a swing by Strong and a foul back. Mariners leading the Angels 4-3 after 4, going to the 5th inning. Jamie Moyer against Jared Washburn at Safeco this evening. Now the 1-1. Swing and a miss at a fastball, and that is strike 2 to Jamal Strong. Saunders comes to the plate with a 1-2 pitch, and it's up high. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Well, the pitchers have been in command here tonight. Two-two pitch. Swung on and hit foul off Strong's front foot. Still 2-2. Saunders peering in for the signs from catcher Ryan Buddy. Now is 2-2. Up high, ball 3. And Strong has worked a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Saunders into the windup, the 3-2 pitch. Swung on and lined into right field, and there's a base hit for Jamal Strong, and he's aboard with a 2-out single to right. Rainiers with their 3rd hit of the game, and now Ramon Santiago will be the hitter. Santiago has bounced out twice in the infield. Well, in this situation, Jamal Strong is really going to try to get a jump here and see if he can't take second base with 2 outs in this inning. Strong has been a tremendous base stealer this year, 24 steals, and he's been caught only 6 times. He inches away from the first base bag, being held on by Sorensen. Saunders with the pitch. There goes Strong. The pitch is a strike. The throw down to second base is not in time. Strong steals it with a head-first dive, and we're going to get an argument from Dino Ebel, the Salt Lake manager, but it appeared from my sight line that Strong did beat the tag from Alberto Callaspo. Strong went in with a head-first dive. He really accelerated as he approached the bag, and it seemed like he was safe, and Dino Ebel out there to discuss it with base umpire Scott Kennedy, and it's a short conversation. So Strong now the tying runner in scoring position as Ebel stalks back to the third base dugout. 0-1 to Santiago, and now a base hit could tie it up. Saunders comes set. Glance towards second. The 0-1 to Santiago. Fastball outside. 1-1 the count. Big gap in left center field for Santiago as Prieto is playing way over towards right center. The pitch swung on, grounded towards second, charged and bobbled by Callaspo, but he controls it and throws out Santiago at first base. That's the final out of the inning. Well, the Rainiers get a runner to second for the first time tonight, but they do not score. No runs, 2 hits, no errors, 1 runner left. We go to the 7th at Salt Lake 1, Tacoma nothing.
At Foster Farms, we foster tradition.
How's the chicken cacciatore, honey?
Awesome. Even better than Grandma's.
I'm right here. We foster generosity.
Although sweet and sour chicken is my favorite dish of all time, I've decided to give you my last bite, seeing you're such a good friend. You're welcome.
And we foster local pride.
Hey, what are you writing?
I'm asking the governor to make Foster Farms chicken the state bird.
Nice. The purple crayon definitely shows you mean business.
At Foster Farms, we foster all the things you'd expect from a family-run business. Our family makes sure that no added hormones, steroids, or artificial enhancers ever get into your family. Just our fresh, tasty, locally grown chicken. You know, the kind that may one day appear on the flag flying over the state capitol. For over 1,000 recipe ideas, visit fosterfarms.com. Foster Farms. We foster pure, honest-to-goodness.
The Doobie Brothers are coming to the Emerald Queen Casino August 20th. The band that racked up a string of gold and platinum albums that hold up today as some of the best in popular music. Tickets at Ticketmaster or the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5. Take exit 135 in Tacoma. The Doobie Brothers, Saturday, August 20th at the Emerald Queen Casino on I-5, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
We go to the 7th inning. Salt Lake leading 1-0. Ryan Buddy's inside the park home run in the 6th, the only run in this game so far. Chris McGlovsky on the hill. He'll face Alberto Callaspo leading things off. Switch hitter batting left. He's 0 for 2. Callaspo will be followed by Dallas McPherson and Luke Allen. McGlovsky is set, and here's his wind and his pitch to Callaspo, and it's taken high and away. Ball 1. Rainiers got 2 hits in the bottom of the 6th inning, but ran out of the inning on a strike him out, throw him out double play. Now the 1-0 on the way to Callaspo is taken down low for a ball, 2-0. So Beglovsky falls behind in the count. Beglovsky working on a 2-hitter here. A bunt single and a line drive to center that probably would have been caught had Jamal Strong not fallen down in center field, and it wound up going for an inside the park homer. Here's a pitch down low to Callaspo, 3-0. So Beglovsky, who has walked 1 in 6 innings, is behind Callaspo, 3-0. His next pitch is low, ball 4. He walked him on 4 pitches to open up the inning. So Callaspo heads down to first base. He is aboard, and now the slugger McPherson will be the batter. Fans, next time you're flying out of town for a few days and you need to park your car at the airport, park it at the DoubleTree Hotel, Seattle Airport. They're located just a block south of the airport on International Boulevard in SeaTac. The DoubleTree Hotel, Seattle Airport has a secure lot, and their shuttle service runs around the clock every 15 minutes. Never a long wait. Your place for airport parking, the DoubleTree Hotel, Seattle Airport. Dallas McPherson is the hitter. He is struck out and grounded out 0 for 2. Callaspo with his lead at first, and the pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left center field, and here we go. Chu is back at it, the track it at the wall, and it is gone. The big slugger, Dallas McPherson, hit 43 home runs last year, and he has just hit one out of here to left center field. A 2-run shot, and Salt Lake leads it 3-0. McPherson on rehab from the Angels with 6 homers in 53 at-bats with Salt Lake this year. And he sends one out of here, and that gives the Stingers a nice cushion now in the top of the 7th inning, especially with their pitcher throwing the way he is tonight. So 2 runs scored just like that, and now Luke Allen is the batter. Miklovsky's pitch to Allen is a swing and a foul back. There's strike 1. Well, Salt Lake now with 122 home runs this year. They rank 10th in the league. Now the 0-1 to Allen. Swing and a foul back. Strike 2. So Miklovsky gets ahead of Luke Allen. No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch. Called. Strike 3. A fastball in the inside corner, and down goes Allen, and that is strikeout number 3 for Miklovsky. 1 away at the top of the 7th. And now we'll see Zach Sorensen. Well, in Game 2 of this 5-game series tomorrow night, the Raiders will start Rich Dorman against Salt Lake right-hander Chris Hunter. Hunter, a pitcher whom they brought up from A-ball to fill in the rotation, and he's had 2 outstanding starts for Salt Lake. Here's a swing and a grounder to the right side by Sorensen. Jose Lopez gloves it, and he throws to Dobbs for the out, and 2 men are gone at the top of the 7th. Sorensen bouncing out to second base, 2 away. And now Curtis Pride will be the hitter. Pride 0 for 2 in this one. Salt Lake leads 3-0 at the top of the 7th. The inside the park home run by Buddy. And Dallas McPherson with the opposite field 2-run shot after the leadoff walk. Pride stands in. Here's the pitch from Miklovsky, and it swung on and hit foul in the batter's box, and that is strike 1. Curtis Pride, left-hand hitter. Now the 0-1. Inside for a ball, 1-1. Miklovsky peering in over the glove, and the 1-1 pitch to Curtis Pride. And this one is swung on and lined towards second on one hop, and it eats up Lopez. It gets past him and goes into right center field. Nunez picks it up, and Pride will hold at first base with a single. A rocket on one hop right to Lopez, and he couldn't handle it. It's being scored a base hit. 4th hit of the game for Salt Lake. That ball was hit very sharply and low to the ground. Now Brian Specht will hit. Specht, switch hitter, batting left-handed. Two outs in the 7th. Specht 1 for 2, had a bunt single in the 6th, and then was caught stealing. He swings and lines one to right to Nunez, who will make the catch, and the inning is over. But Salt Lake opens it up. The Stingers strike for 2 more runs at the top of the 7th inning on 2 hits. No errors and 1 man left. It's the 7th inning stretch at Cheney Stadium, brought to you by Alaska Airlines. Fans, nobody offers more long balls out of Seattle than Alaska Airlines. Alaska has low fares and daily nonstops to Boston, New York, D.C., Orlando, and Miami. The next time you need to go yard across the country, visit AlaskaAir.com, where you will always find the lowest fares guaranteed. We go to the bottom of the 7th. Salt Lake 3, Tacoma 0.
Hi, it's Mike Gastineau. You've heard me say it for years. There's always tickets available for any sports event you want to go to. It just depends on how hard you want to work to get them. Well, I've got a way to make it easier for you. StubHub.com. If you're looking for good Mariners or Seahawks tickets this season, check out StubHub.com. It's where fans buy and sell tickets in Seattle and nationwide. These tickets come directly from season ticket holders and from other fans, so you've got access to the very best seats in the country. From the bleachers to behind home plate, StubHub StubHub has the ticket for you. With millions of tickets available every day, StubHub is your number one resource for every game, every team, everywhere. Now, here's a big part of the process. Along with this wide selection of seats and prices, StubHub also offers a 100% buyer guarantee. You'll always get the tickets you want in time for the game, and that's guaranteed. To order your Mariners or Seahawks tickets today, visit StubHub.com or call 866-StubHub. That's 866-788-2482. StubHub, where fans buy and sell tickets.
StubHub! Tacoma's locally owned Alexander School of Natural Therapeutics has been in business for 26 years. Small class sizes give students the opportunity to learn a variety of modalities. Students receive hands-on training in a nurturing environment by operating the on-site clinic with assistance from professionals. Spa treatments, including massage, start at only $30. For information about classes forming or to schedule your spa appointment, contact Alexander School of Natural Therapeutics at 253-473-1142.
Well, we go to the bottom of the seventh inning, and the Rainiers trailing Salt Lake 3-0. They've been limited to 3 hits by Joe Saunders. First pitch to Abraham Nunez. Hit foul in the batter's box. That is strike one. Nunez 0 for 2. He is struck out and flied out. The Rainiers have hit 3 singles against Saunders. They've advanced only 1 base runner to second. Nunez shows bunt and takes the pitch down low for a ball. 1-1. Now the next pitch, low for a ball. 2 balls. And 1 strike to Nunez. Rainiers need base runners. I'll try to have a more patient approach against Saunders late in this game. Nunez takes the next pitch down low. 3 balls and 1 strike. Three 1 pitch. Outside, ball 4. Nunez draws a leadoff walk in the 7th, and that's the first walk issued by Joe Saunders tonight. So Nunez will head down to first base. He issues a 5-pitch walk. And now Miguel Ojeda will bat with a man on. See if that might get the Rainiers going here. Ojeda, right-hand hitter, struck out and flied out so far. Now a pitch, or a move to first, I should say, and Nunez back in. Nunez not too likely to be on the move, down by 3 runs. Now here's a pitch in for a strike. The 0-1. Swung on and popped up sky high, right side of the diamond. Cayaspo has had problems with pop-ups. He's under it, and he makes the catch, and that is out number 1. Ojeda pops up to the second baseman. Heard that Cayaspo, since reaching AAA, has had a few problems with pop flies at his position, so keep an eye on that during this season. That was the first true pop-up hit to him in this game, and he handled it with no problems. Jose Lopez now ready to hit. 1 out, bottom of the 7th. Salt Lake up 3-0. Rainiers have Nunez at first base. Lopez is 0 for 2 today. Saunders pitch, swung on and fouled back and out of play. Strike 1. Salt Lake scored once in the 6th inning on the inside the park homer by Ryan Buddy. And then they got 2 in the 7th on the opposite field 2-run shot by the rehabbing Dallas McPherson. Saunders 0-1 pitch, swung on, popped up, right side. Cayaspo again is under it, and he'll make the catch, and there is out number 2. So back-to-back pop-ups to second base as Ojeda and Lopez are both retired by Saunders, who continues to work on a 3-hit shutout. And now Greg Dobbs will be the hitter. Well, tomorrow night, a big night at Cheney Stadium. There is a pregame concert with Christian band 1,000 Foot Crutch as a part of the Rainiers Fellowship Night. The concert is at 5. It's in the concourse on the first base side. Game time 7:05 tomorrow. It's also used car night. Some of the used cars already on display here at Cheney Stadium, and they are beauts. Here's a pitch inside to Dobbs. Ball 1. I had been promoting all week used car night, as the used cars are guaranteed to start and drive off the property. Now the 1-0 to Dobbs is popped up foul, third base side. Pavkovich is under this one, and he will have plenty of room, and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. 3 straight pop-ups after a leadoff walk. The Rainiers do not score in the 7th. They leave a man on. We go to the 8th. Salt Lake 3, Tacoma nothing.
This year's most impressive defensive line does not belong to a football, hockey, or soccer team. It belongs to Castrol, with a line of motor oils that protects your engine like no one else's. For starters, there's Castrol GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. For severe driving conditions, there's Castrol Syntec Blend Part Synthetic. And for the ultimate protection and performance, there's Castrol Syntec Full Synthetic, engineered with patented stabilizers. No matter which Castrol product you choose, you can be sure you're getting the best possible engine protection for the price. And that's important, because when it comes to protecting your engine, the best defense is the best defense. Castrol Motor Oil is featured at these fine dealers: Michael's Toyota, Fred Chevrolet, Renton Kia, and Pignataro Volkswagen.
Wish you had more choices for cable TV? Now you do. Tacoma, Furcrest, University Place, and soon Lakewood residents have a better choice in cable TV. Click Network.
Click Network.
Take control of your television with Click.
On-demand and digital video recorders.
Pause, rewind, and fast-forward live TV. Feel like you're in the middle of the action with Click's HDTV services. Best of all, Click Cable TV is affordable and without any hidden costs. All of this from a local company with excellent customer service. See why Click customers rate them the best. Call Click Network at 253-502-8900
to order the best cable TV service today.
Three to nothing is our score. Salt Lake leading Tacoma as we go now to the 8th inning of play. And it's been a very well-pitched game. Chris McGlovsky made the one mistake pitch to Dallas McPherson. But other than that, he's pitched a fine ball game tonight. And he is on the mound in the 8th, which is desperately needed, as the Rainiers needed somebody in the rotation to step up and pitch deep into a ball game, and Peklovsky has done it here tonight. There is action in the bullpen behind him for the first time. Scott Atchison is scheduled to work an inning tonight. Now the pitch to Ryan Buddy is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Buddy hit that inside the park home run in the 6th inning. He's 1 for 2. It was a hard line drive to center. Now the 1-0 to Buddy, swing and a miss. But I thought Jamal Strong was going to catch his liner. We've seen Strong make so many great plays on liners into center field this year. And I thought he was moving into position to be able to make a catch. And he slipped and fell, and it flew right over him and went all the way to the big wall. And Buddy circled the bases. He now takes one outside, 2 balls, 1 strike. Peklovsky with a wind and the pitch. And this is low, ball 3. Well, a leadoff walk in the 7th inning came right before McPherson's homer. Peklovsky has walked only 2 tonight, but he's in danger here. He's behind Buddy, 3-1. And his next pitch is swung on and fouled back and over the booth and out of play. Full count, 3-2. A little bit lower, Buddy, and you'll get it right in here. Not that I'm encouraging that. Full count. Peklovsky into the windup, and his payoff pitch swung on and fouled back and right over the booth again. Still a full count to Ryan Buddy. Adam Pavkovich, the number 9 batter for Salt Lake, is on deck. Peglovsky with the 3-2 pitch again to Ryan Buddy, and this one is swung on and hit to the right side. Dobbs with a backhand pick. He's going to underhand to Peglovsky, covering first in time for the out, and one man is gone in the top of the 8th inning. So it gets Buddy on the grounder to the right side of the infield, and now Pavkovich will be the hitter. Pavkovich 0 for 2. He's grounded out and fly down. Salt Lake leading 3-0, top of the 8th. Now the pitch is a breaking ball for a strike. It's interesting to read the newspaper stories in the Salt Lake papers today where their manager, Tino Ebel, said basically the same things that Dan Roan said. As here's a pitch in for a strike to Pavkovich, saying that this is the make-or-break series for these clubs. Although it's possible that that's not going to be the case. If it just goes, if the Rainiers, for example, took 3 out of 5, it's the 0-2 to Pavkovich, line towards right. Nunez will field it on a bounce, and Pavkovich has an opposite field single. He is on with 1 out, and now we'll go to the top of the order and Chris Prieto. If the Rainiers were to take 3 out of 5, these two teams would be in a dead tie. If Salt Lake takes 3 out of 5, the Rainiers would be 2 games out of first place, which is certainly something that could be covered over the course of the final 20 games of the year. It's really only going to be the make-or-break series if one of the teams wins 4 or 5 games. Then it will go a long way towards deciding things. Now the pitch to Chris Prieto is taken at the knees for a strike. The Northern Division, one of 2 tight races in the Pacific Coast League. The other one, the American Conference South Division, which is a 3-team race. And a heck of a battle between Albuquerque, Round Rock, and Oklahoma. 0-1 pitch to Chris Prieto, swung on, hit in the air to left field, tight to the line. Chu is over. Chu's moving into foul ground, and he's going to make the catch for the second out of the inning in foul territory. Prieto fouls out to Shin-Soo Chu. 2 away in the top of the 8th, and now Alberto Callaspo will hit. Callaspo 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Just updating that American Southern Conference. If you followed the Rainiers in their last 4 games in Oklahoma, this probably will not surprise you. Today, Oklahoma went to Round Rock, was trailing 7-3 going to the 9th inning, and scored 5 runs in the top of the 9th and beat Round Rock 8-7 to win their 9th consecutive game. Talk about a hot club right now. Adrian Gonzalez at 2 more homers. It's good to see the Rainiers aren't the only team that can't get him out. He's terrorizing someone else. Always makes you feel a little better. Callaspo stands in. And Peglovsky with a move to first, and diving back in is Adam Pavkovich. So with that, Oklahoma passed Round Rock. Now Albuquerque also in first place there, and Albuquerque and New Orleans tied up 7-7 in the 9th inning. Now whoever wins this battle between Tacoma and Salt Lake over the course of these final 26 games of the season, including this one, is going to, in almost all certainty, play Sacramento. Here's a swing at a hard one-hopper in the hole. Santiago fields it, throws to first in the third. Scoop by Dobbs in time for the out. And that ends the inning. Greg Dobbs with a nice scoop on a throw in the dirt on his right-hand side. He's got the glove on his left hand. He had to backhand the scoop, and he was able to do it. No runs for Salt Lake. In the top of the 8th inning, they had a hit. There are no errors and 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Salt Lake 3, Tacoma 0.
And now a word from your friends at Kitchen Solvers of Kent.
Shopping for a new kitchen? Then you have a few selections to make, and one of those is your countertops. But if you're finding granite a little cold and man-made products looking, well, a little man-made, Then may we suggest real, solid wood countertops? Wait, we're not talking about your grandmother's chopping block here. Our solid wood countertops come not only in traditional woods like maple, oak, cherry, and walnut, but also exotic woods like jatoba, wenge, and mesquite, with thicknesses up to 6 inches. And our hand-rubbed, old-world finish provides depth and durability to last a lifetime. So call us today for your free at-home evaluation and let us introduce you to the natural beauty of solid wood. Oh, and if you wanted a top like your grandmother's chopping block, we can make that too.
Kitchen Solvers of Kent. Refreshingly different, surprisingly affordable. 1-800-479-4919. 1-800-479-4919.
There are slow-hanging curveballs, and then there are 98-mile-per-hour fastballs. There are weak-hitting utility infielders, and then there are home-run swatting megastars. There is gasoline. And then there is top-tier gasoline, like Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline designated top-tier by BMW, GM, Honda, and Toyota. It's about as close to regular old gasoline as sitting in the top row of the upper deck is to having box seats behind the plate. Chevron.
3-0 is our score. Salt Lake leading Tacoma. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. Rainiers have had only 3 hits against Joe Saunders. Only one man has reached second base. Third base is nothing but a mystery right now for the Rainiers base runner. Pitch to Justin Leone, taken down low, ball 1. Saunders has pitched a very nice ball game for Salt Lake. And there's no action in the bullpen behind him. He's twirling a gem. 1-0 to Leone, lined into left center field, and there's a base hit, maybe more, moving way into the gap to field. It is Prieto, and he is going to hold Leone to a single. Justin Leone with a sharp single into left center field, and that starts off the bottom of the 8th inning. So Leone with a single. 4th hit of the game for Tacoma. Now Rene Rivera will be the batter. Rainiers down by 3 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. It is within reach. Rene Rivera had a base hit his last time up. He's 1 for 2. Saunders' pitch is taken outside, ball 1. Salt Lake doesn't really have a true closer in the pen. They have a bullpen by committee. And all is quiet down there right now. Now the 1-0 to Rivera, swing and a miss and an off-speed pitch, 1-1. But they have 3 different players with 6 or more saves. Left-hander Dusty Bergman has 7 saves. Right-hander Greg Jones has 7 saves, and right-hander Scott Dunn has 6 saves. So now the 1-1 to Rivera, swing and a miss, 1-2. And they have 2 other relievers, left-hand relievers, who have recorded a save this year. So for Tino Ebel, he's going with a hot hand and whoever's fresh at the end of ball games. Well, Rivera's in a hole here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Shin-Soo Choo is on deck. Leone leading from first base. Saunders with the 1-2 pitch, swing and a foul tip. Rivera got a piece of it to stay alive. One ball, 2 strikes to Rene Rivera. Fans making a little noise here at Cheney Stadium. And the pitch is down and in for a ball, 2-2. They haven't had a lot to cheer. The Rainiers have been quiet offensively. There have been some nice defensive plays. Two balls, 2 strikes. Leone with his lead. Saunders' pitch swung on and bounced towards third, charged by Pavkovich. He fields it, throws to second, and gets the lead runner. Nicely done by the Salt Lake third baseman Pavkovich to get the lead runner at second. A risky play with a 3-run lead, but it paid off for him. His throw to Cayaspo was a little high and wide, but the second baseman was able to reel it in. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now Shin-Soo Choo will be the hitter, and Rivera replacing Leone at first base, and the Rainiers lose a little speed over there as a result. Chu is grounded out and struck out, and Saunders' pitch is a curve for his strike. Hasn't thrown many of those tonight, but he throws a first pitch curve for strike one to Chu. Action in the Salt Lake pen. Greg Jones is warming up, right-hander. Now the 0-1 pitch to Chu. Another curve, and this misses for a ball, 1-1. Atchison loosening up in the Tacoma pen. We're going to see him in the ninth, it appears. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Now the next pitch is outside for a ball, 2-1. So Chu moves out ahead. Now the 2-1 pitch. Swung on, bounced up the middle, knocked down by Saunders. He picks it up, throws to first, in time for the out. Saunders staying with that ball after he knocked it over, and now they're concerned that he might be hurt. He's walking around like he's fine, but it hit him. And the trainer for Salt Lake is out for a look. That's Jamie Welch, and he is going to talk to Joe Saunders and find out where exactly that ball hit him. I'm not sure. Saunders took that hard grounder off some part of his body, and it didn't bounce far from him. It just rolled behind the mound, and he was able to go pick it up and throw out Chu on a very close play at first base. Saunders appears to be okay. He's not even going to throw a practice pitch or anything. He will face Jamal Strong. So runner at second and 2 outs now. And Saunders, by knocking that ball down, prevented a base hit. If he doesn't touch that ball, it was easily going to get through the middle of the diamond and get into center field. So runner at second and 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. Rainiers down 3-0. Strong at the plate. Strong is 1 for 3. And the pitch from Saunders is a fastball outside, ball 1. Now the 1-0. And this pitch is up and away. 2 balls, no strikes. So Strong ahead in the count, 2-0. Rainiers trying to get on the scoreboard for the first time tonight. Saunders with a 2-0, and it swung on and fouled out of play over the first base roof. 2-1. $6,960 on hand here at Cheney Stadium. Good crowd on a Friday night. 2-1 pitch to Strong. Swung on, fouled away, first base side, and that'll get out of play. Up on the roof again. So the count now even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, runner at second base. Rainiers down 3-0. 2-2 pitch, swung on, bounced at third. Pavkovich fields it. He's going to throw to first for the out, and the inning is over. And Saunders keeps the shutout going. No runs in the 8th on a hit. There were no errors and 1 runner left. He's working on a 4-hitter. We go to the 9th. Salt Lake 3, Tacoma 0.
Captain, look out! We almost hit that beautiful mermaid!
Hands off the wheel, lad. We could have been shipwrecked, sir. Stranded for life, just like the others. Quiet, mate. If you listen closely to the water, you'll hear all kinds of tales. Giant whales, ghost ships, sirens calling sailors to their doom. Those poor men. The truth is, those men never came home because they discovered something they couldn't live without. Scuttlebutt beer.
Like a good fish story, Scuttlebutt's reputation is spread all over over the Northwest, hooking folks with its unique, delicious brews. Amber Ale, Homeport Blonde, Gale Force IPA, many seasonal ales, and of course, Graz's Big Mouth Ale. Beer so good you'll find it in many of Seattle's finest bars, restaurants, and grocery stores. Of course, the best place to enjoy a cold Scuttlebutt is at the brewery in Everett, where Scuttlebutt flows from the tap Monday through Saturday.
Yes, I guess believing in mermaids is pretty silly. Oh, the mermaid's real enough, but she's me daughter. You'd better keep your hands off.
Blue skies, barbecues, batteries. When you think of summer, you probably don't think of batteries. But extreme heat can be hard on a battery, and that can spell trouble. Before you head out this summer, come to Les Schwab to get your battery checked. It's free. Need a new one? Our best is on sale. The 84-month Extreme Power, only $69.95. 7 years of trouble-free power, backed by a Les Schwab warranty honored at over 390 locations. Extreme Power, on sale now at Les Schwab.
We go to the ninth inning. It's Salt Lake 3, Tacoma nothing. And the Rainiers make their first pitching change of the game. First pitching change for either team. Scott Atchison comes in from the bullpen. This pitching trade brought to you by your local Geico insurance agents who think that drivers with a passion have a future. Call for a free rate quote to see if you could save 15% or more. See the yellow pages for the local Geico insurance office near you. Well, Beglovsky went 8 innings today and had a great start. Allowed 5 hits and 3 runs earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3, and there's only one decision he can get tonight, and that's a loss. Atchison with a pitch to Dallas McPherson, and it's taken up high, ball 1. Atchison in his third rehab appearance for Tacoma. He pitched 2 days ago in Oklahoma City and retired all 3 batters he faced with a strikeout. Now a swing and a miss by McPherson, 1-1. McPherson's 2-run opposite field home run in the 7th inning gave Salt Lake the breathing room that they now have. 1 ball, 1 strike. And here's one down low for a ball. 2-1. The 2-1 pitch, down and in, ball 3. Atchison falls behind. Atchison on the Mariners' disabled list right now. At the strained flexor bundle in spring training. Right elbow injury. There's a foul back by McPherson. No surgery needed, but a long rehab process for Atchison. Three balls, 2 strikes to McPherson. Atchison with the payoff pitch, and it's a swing and a miss and a ball in the dirt. That was ugly. Rivera has to pick it up and throw to first for the put-out, and he does. McPherson was badly fooled on that pitch by Atchison. It bounced a couple of feet in front of home plate, and he still swung at it. So he has struck out. 1 man gone in the top of the 9th inning, and now Luke Allen will be the hitter. Allen.
Right fielder Luke Allen.
Left-hand hitter. Pitch from Atchison outside for a ball, 1-0. Greg Jones still throwing in the Salt Lake pen, and it looks like he might come in and work the bottom of the 9th, which I think the Rainiers could only opine that is good news, as here's a pitch outside to Allen, 2-0. The Rainiers have done nothing against Joe Saunders tonight, so might as well try your luck with a relief pitcher. As here's ball 3 to Allen, and Atchison falls behind in the count, 3-0. The scheduled Tacoma batters in the bottom of the 9th inning are Santiago, Nunez, and Ojeda, the 2, 3, and 4 hitters in the lineup. 3-0 pitch, popped up, foul, third base side. Leone over at the railing, can't get it. It's just out of his reach. It lands behind the second row of the box seats. So it is 3-1 now to Luke Allen. Three balls and 1 strike. Atchison's pitch way outside, ball 4, and Allen heads down to first base. So he's on. 1 out, 1. And now Zach Sorensen will hit. Sorensen, switch hitter, batting left-handed against the right-hander Scott Atchison. And the pitch is a breaking ball in for a strike, 0-1. Atchison tried to gain consistency with his pitches, get command of all of his pitches, and get himself prepared to return to the major leagues. He'd like to get back up there this season, of course. The 0-1 to Sorensen, swing and a miss, strike 2. 2 days ago on August 10th, he began a 20-day rehab assignment, so he could be with the Rainiers right up until the time the rosters expand at the major league level, September 1st. So the 0-2 to Sorensen is up high for a ball, 1-2. Of course, if he's ready and the Mariners need him, he could be summoned before then. Activated from the disabled list, but it is possible he could close out the PCL season with Tacoma and then go up there when the rosters expand. 1-2 pitch hit in the air to center field. And here's Jamal Strong routinely coming in and making the catch, and that's out number 2. So Sorensen flies to center field. And now Curtis Pride will be the batter. Pride 1 for 3 with a single. Pride settles into the batter's box. And now he steps out for a minute. Now Atchison's pitch is a fastball high and away, ball 1. 3-0 Salt Lake, top of the 9th inning. Game 1 of 5 between these two clubs. A 1-0 high and away, 2-0. Pitch is waved down and missed. The breaking ball fooled him, 2-1. Atchison's been able to get more strikes here in his inning tonight, it seems, with his breaking ball. Two balls and a strike. Now Atchison steps off for a minute. The 2-1. Just misses outside with an off-speed pitch. 3-1. Next delivery is a breaking ball outside, ball 4, and there's the second walk of the inning. Allen goes to second. Pride heads down to first. 2 on with 2 out, and Brian Specht will be the batter. And Rafael Chavez, the Rainiers pitching coach, will jog out to the mound and talk to Scott Atchison. Gives me a chance to let you know that Rainiers baseball is being brought to you in part by Tacoma Family Chiropractic. Total wellness for your entire family. That's Tacoma Family Chiropractic. A quick word on the hill from Rafael Chavez to Atchison, who is one of the many pitchers that Chavez sent to the major leagues last year. Brian Specht, 1 for 3 with a bunt single, and he swings and misses at a slider, and there's strike 1. Luke Allen at second, Curtis Pride at first, 2 outs in the 9th. Big batter for Atchison and the Rainiers here to stay within striking distance. Here's a pitch outside for a ball, 1-1. The Rainiers are going to warm up Jeff Haverlow in the bullpen in case Atchison winds up running his pitch count high here. Now the 1-1 to Specht. Breaking ball in for a strike, 1-2. So he gets ahead, a ball and 2 strikes. 2-2 the count. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Speck, and the inning is over. Atchison gets the strikeout, and that closes out the top of the ninth. No runs for Salt Lake, no hits or errors, and there were 2 runners left on. We go to the bottom of the ninth inning. It's Salt Lake 3, Tacoma nothing.
Okay, go ahead.
I have something very
Sound it out.
important
Good.
to talk to dads about reading with your children. Most kids want to read. If you spend even a little time with them every night, it will help a lot. It will help what's this word?
Take each letter at a time.
Motivate.
Good job.
What's it mean?
Yeah, it means to encourage or, help someone do something better.
Help motivate them to try harder, which can help them become better readers, even faster.
Excellent.
When kids read better, it builds their confidence, and that can make a big difference in a kid's life while they grow up.
You're getting really good.
Thanks, Dad.
Keep going.
Reading with
For more ideas on how to be a better dad, call 1-800-790-DADS. This has been a message from the National Fatherhood Initiative and the Ad Council.
All right, what do you want to
Gary
read
just
next?
got Vision on his Sprint PCS phone.
Yeah, it's great. I can watch baseball on Sprint TV. I can get on the internet for baseball scores. I can talk baseball with my friends. But I use it for other stuff, too.
What would that be?
I can watch basketball.
Sprint PCS Vision is full of easy and amazing things you'll really use. Sprint PCS. Now that's better.
Sprint PCS Vision is available on Sprint PCS Vision phones activated on a Sprint PCS service plan. Additional charges and restrictions apply. See store for details.
This is your home for Tacoma Rainiers baseball. And Jim Rome, weekdays 9 to noon. Fox Sports Radio 850. KHHO Tacoma.
3-0 is our score. Salt Lake with the lead over the Tacoma Rainiers as we go to the bottom of the ninth inning. The Stingers threatening to move 2 games out ahead of the Rainiers in the standings, but the Rainiers will get one more shot here. Ramon Santiago, Abraham Nunez, and Miguel Ojeda to bat this inning, and they're going to face a new pitcher. In from the bullpen, Greg Jones to try to close it out for Salt Lake. Jones 1-1 with a 2.41 ERA and 7 saves. This is his 18th game. Pitch to Ramon Santiago, swung on it, fouled away, out of play on the third base side. Strike 1. Joe Saunders, 8 shutout innings of 4-hit baseball. Walked 1, struck out 6. Only 2 times did the Rainiers get a runner to second base against Saunders, and nobody reached third. Jones with the 0-1 to Santiago, swung on it, fouled back, strike 2, and Santiago's in a hole. Santiago and Nunez, who is on deck, are both switch hitters who will bat left-handed for their first time tonight against the right-hander Jones. They turn around the switch hitters by going to the righty out of the bullpen. No balls, 2 strikes. Jones's next pitch is a swing and a foul tip at the plate, and Santiago just did get a piece of that one. Still 0-2. He nicked it to stay alive. No balls, 2 strikes. Next pitch, swung on it, wrapped on the ground, foul on the first base side. And it is still 0-2. Santiago 0 for 3 today. Had 2 hits yesterday in Oklahoma and scored a couple of runs. Now the 0-2 is a breaking ball that just misses high, I suppose. 1-2. Jones, 28 years old. With Salt Lake last year, spent time with the Angels in 2003. Now the 1-2 pitch to Santiago, swung on it, lined into left field, and that's going to be a base hit as Pride has to play it out of bounds, and Ramon Santiago leads off the bottom of the ninth inning with a single. So there's a sign of life for the Rainiers right there. Ramon Santiago singles to open up the bottom of the ninth inning, and now Abraham Nunez will be the batter. Nunez has walked in 3 plate appearances today. He's 0 for 2. Now concerned about Curtis Pride at left field. The Salt Lake trainer, Jamie Welch, going out there. Pride seems to have maybe come up a little bit lame with his left leg while trying to come in and field that ball on a short hop. Curtis Pride Kind of bent over and hobbling a bit out there. Pride has spent time on the disabled list this year. As Pride missed time, but that was with a wrist injury. This is leg related right now. And they continue to look at him, and Pride is going to stay in the ball game. So the Rainiers with a leadoff single and Nunez coming to the plate. They have decided that Pride is okay and is going to stay in the game. Now Abraham Nunez will bat. 3-0 to go. Salt Lake with the lead. Bottom of the ninth. Santiago leading from first, and Jones pitch to Abraham Nunez. Sharp grounder into right field. Base hit. Santiago's coming around second. He'll go to third. Abraham Nunez with a single to right, and the Rainiers have runners at the corners, but nobody out. Abraham Nunez pulls a grounder past Sorensen at first base. And the Rainiers have the tying run coming to the plate. Miguel Ojeda, the cleanup hitter, heads to the dish. Hit 3 home runs in 4 games in Oklahoma. Tonight, however, he has been quite quiet so far. He has struck out, flied out, and popped up. He's 0 for 3. Now the Rainiers get the tying run to the plate with nobody out in the ninth. Ojeda stands in. Jones with the pitch, and it's an off-speed pitch in for a strike, 0-1. Ojeda taking a breaking ball from Jones, and he's in a hole. No balls, 1 strike. Next pitch on the way, and it is over for a strike. Same thing, another breaking ball from Jones, and Ojeda's in a hole. No balls, 2 strikes. Big gap on the right side of the infield with Sorensen holding Nunez on at first base. No balls, 2 strikes. Jones with his next pitch, and it's a fastball outside, 1-2. Santiago started the inning off with a single to left center, and then Nunez grounded a base hit into right, sending Santiago to third. A ball and 2 strikes to Ojeda. There goes Nunez to second. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ojeda has struck out. Nunez does steal second base on the play, but now 1 man is gone. So Nunez will get credit for a steal, his 10th of the year. Runners at second and third and 1 out. 3-0 Salt Lake. And now Jose Lopez will be the hitter. Greg Dobbs is on deck. Lopez is 0 for 3 today. Fly out, a ground out, and a pop-up. He leans in at the plate. Jones with a leg kick in the pitch is called a strike on the inner corner. And Lopez looks back at the umpire and then nods in agreement. 0-1 the count to Jose Lopez. Outfield plays very deep with Lopez at the plate. He has a lot of raw power. Next pitch, grounded down the third base line. Fair ball, headed down the line into the corner. 2 runs will score. Santiago and Nunez are in. Lopez with a double and 2 runs batted in, and the Rainiers have the tying run in scoring position with 1 out. Jose Lopez with a grounder down the third base line. Pavkovich dived, and he could not reach it. The Rainiers are within a run. He is in scoring position now at second base. There is 1 out, and Greg Dobbs coming to the plate. And now on his way to the mound is the Salt Lake pitching coach, Bryn Smith. Longtime major leaguer, Bryn Smith. Out to talk to Greg Jones. There's no action in the bullpen behind Jones. Corner infielders come in for the conversation as well. 3-2, the Rainiers have come alive here at the bottom of the 9th inning. A base hit may score the tying run from second base. They have Dobbs up now and Leone on deck. Well, the conference on the mound is broken up by home plate umpire Jack Samuels. And now the catcher, Buddy, instructs his infield defense. Dobbs gets ready to bat. Dobbs is 1 for 3, lined a single in the fifth. His average stands at .311. He's a left-hand batter facing the right-hander, Greg Jones. Lopez with a kind of small lead at second base. He's got to be careful out there. Jones's pitch is taken for a strike at the knees, perfectly located right at the knees and on the outside corner, strike one. Dobbs just watched it. Now he settles in. Waving the bat back and forth. Outfield play straight away, medium depth. The 0-1 pitch swung on and grounded foul on the first base side, and that is strike two. That one winds up down in the Tacoma bullpen area where Jeff Haverlow is loosening up in case this game advances past the ninth. No balls, 2 strikes to Greg Dobbs. Fans into it here at Cheney Stadium. And now Jones wants his catcher to go through the signals once again. Lopez leads from second. The 0-2 pitch down and in for a ball. Dobbs watching that one, and it's blocked by the catcher. Lopez at second has to be very alert. Any chance he can get to third base if a ball gets away from catcher Ryan Buddy, he will be off. Shortstop Speck playing behind him. Now the 1-2 to Dobbs is low. 2 balls, 2 strikes. So the count is even. Rainiers have scored twice at the bottom of the ninth. They have the tying run in scoring position. Dobbs eyeing Jones. The 2-2 pitch swung on and hit towards third. Pavkovich has it, and he throws to first high. Leaping in the air is Sorensen, and he comes down on the bag to record the out. And 2 men are gone. That throw was up the ladder, and Zach Sorensen jumped into the air, caught the throw, and then came down on the base and got Dobbs by about a step and a half. So 2 men are out in the ninth. During all that, Lopez had to hold at second base because the ball was hit right in front of him to the third baseman. And now Justin Leone will be the hitter. The Rainiers' hopes rest on the shoulders of Leone. He's 1 for 3 with a line drive single tonight. Leone standing in the batter's box. Lopez leading from second base. And now the pitch from Jones is a little bit low. Ball 1. Leone steps out for a minute. Knocks some dirt clods out of his cleats. And now he digs in again. 1-0 the count. After Leone in the lineup is Rene Rivera. Now the 1-0 is swung out and grounded to third. Pavkovich fields it, straightens up, throws high to first, and again Sorensen reels it in for the out, and that's the ball game. The Salt Lake Stingers hang on and defeat the Tacoma Rainiers 3-2 in the opening game of this 5-game set between the top 2 teams in the Northern Division. Salt Lake wins it 3-2, and they now have a 2-game lead in the standings over the Rainiers. But 4 games remain between these 2 teams. They'll be back at it again tomorrow night. Stingers take it 3-2. We'll talk about it in the Rainiers postgame show right after this.
This broadcast of Tacoma Rainiers baseball on Fox Sports Radio 850 has been brought to you by Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together. Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers. And by Chevron with Techron, the first gasoline to be designated top tier by leading automakers.
Putts Golf Centers invite you to look closely at a piece of cake. No matter how you look at it, golf is not a piece of cake. That's why we need Putz Golf Centers.
Hi, how's it going? Nice to see you.
Welcome to Putz Golf Centers. Become a Putz preferred customer. It's free. Cardholders enjoy valuable savings, special discounts, and annual qualified rebates. Pick up a Putz Birdie Book with great golf course discounts. Putz Golf, Aurora North, Bellevue, South Center, and Tacoma. Putz guarantees the lowest price for everything and backs it up with a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. The best golfers choose Putz Golf Centers because golf is not a piece of cake. Take your best shot.
It's good to play together on the diamond, but it's even better to play together on your Xbox. When the Tacoma Rainiers are not on the field, you can usually find them playing Xbox, the official gaming console of the 2005 Tacoma Rainiers. With several new games for the whole family, online play with Xbox Live, and a new price of $149, what better time than now to visit your local gaming retailer and pick up your very own Xbox. Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together.
I've tried every diet you can think of. Lost weight, gained it back. Honestly, who likes to suffer? Then I joined Pure Fitness. It was one of the best decisions I've ever made. The personal training program gave me a nutrition plan with the foods that I like to eat, not to mention an exercise routine to keep the extra pounds off. So, there's no more suffering, and I feel great. I've made a pure commitment to Pure Fitness.
30 days free. 1-888-894-PURE. Pure Fitness. It's for everybody. See Club for details.
Golfers, with the summer golf season in full swing, make sure your plans include Washington National or Trophy Lake golf courses. Tired of playing the same old muni track? Challenge yourself and experience the best. Log on to WashingtonNationalGolfClub.com or TrophyLakeGolfClub.com now and make your summer golf experience a complete one. Welcome to the Tacoma Rainiers postgame show on Fox Sports Radio 850. Brought to you by Xbox. Now more than ever, it's good to play together. Alaska Airlines. Piles of miles and no online booking fees at alaskaair.com. And by Sprint PCS, the official wireless partner of the Tacoma Rainiers.
The Rainiers were looking forward to this 5-game matchup with Salt Lake, which began tonight to see if one team could take control of the Northern Division. And a big crowd on hand, nearly 7,000 on hand to see this ball game on a Friday night fireworks night. Many of them waiting for the fireworks show to begin any moment here at Cheney Stadium. It started out as a tremendous pitcher's duel between Tacoma starter Chris Boglovsky and Joe Saunders, a left-hander for Salt Lake. Neither pitcher allowed a hit until the bottom of the 5th inning when Saunders, who was perfect, had retired all 14 batters that he faced, allowed a line drive single to Greg Dobbs in the bottom of the 5th inning, and the Rainiers broke through with the first hit of the game for either club. Meanwhile, Chris Boglovsky had pitched to the minimum through 5 innings and had only walked a hitter, a batter who was then erased on a double play grounder. In the 6th inning, he allowed a bunt single to Brian Specht for the first Salt Lake hit, and then Specht was caught stealing second base, so he was eliminated right away. But then the Rainiers had a little bit of a problem in center field defensively when Ryan Buddy came to the plate. Payoff pitch is swung on and lined into center field. Strong coming on, reaches down, and he falls down. It gets past him. It goes all the way to the fence. This is a big problem. Buddy is around second now, racing back to pick it up too. He fires it into the cutoff man. They're waving Buddy around third. He's coming home, and he is going to score. Jamal Strong fell down in center field trying to catch that line drive, and the Stingers lead it 1-0. Inside the park home run for Ryan Buddy, and Salt Lake was on the board. Still, that would be the only run of the game until the 7th inning. The Rainiers did get a couple of hits in the 6th, but could not score. A strikeout, throw-em-out double play hindering their chances in the 6th inning. In the 7th inning, Boglovsky walked leadoff man Alberto Callaspo on 4 pitches. And that was a problem with the big bopper Dallas McPherson on deck. The pitch is swung on and hit in the air to left center field, and here we go. Chew is back at it, the track it at the wall, and it is gone. The big slugger Dallas McPherson hit 43 home runs last year, and he has just hit one out of here to left center field, a 2-run shot, and Salt Lake leads it 3-0. McPherson's 6th home run this year for Salt Lake, and the Stingers had the 3-zip lead. And that would be all they'd get against Beglovsky. He went 8 innings today and allowed 5 hits and 3 runs and left losing 3-0 because Joe Saunders, the Salt Lake starter, went 8 shutout innings, allowed only 4 hits and 1 walk. Only 2 runners got as far as second base against Saunders. Nobody made it to third while he was on the mound. He was terrific tonight for Salt Lake. We went to the ninth. It was still 3-0 at the top of the ninth. Scott Atchison delivered a scoreless inning. And then we went to the bottom of the ninth, and Salt Lake went to relief man Greg Jones, and the game almost got away from him. Ramon Santiago led off with a single. Then Abraham Nunez singled to right field, sending Santiago to third. Runners were at the quarters. Miguel Ojeda struck out swinging, but Nunez stole second base on the pitch, so runners were at second and third with 1 out of the ninth. They had the tag run at the plate. It was Jose Lopez. Next pitch grounded down the third base line. Fair ball headed down the line into the corner. 2 runs will score. Santiago and Nunez are in. Lopez with a double and 2 runs batted in, and the Rainiers have the tying run in scoring position with 1 out. Jose Lopez doubling at a pair, and he was at second base. A base hit would have tied up the game, but Greg Dobbs grounded out to third, and Justin Leone did the same, and Salt Lake held on for a 3-2 victory tonight over the Rainiers. For Salt Lake, 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. They leave 4 on base. Tacoma gets 2 runs on 7 hits, makes no errors, leaves 6 stranded. The winner is Joe Saunders. He is 3-3. The save to Jones is 8th. Beglovsky takes the loss. He's 3-4. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 16 minutes. The attendance, 6,960. So Salt Lake now 64-55 on the year. They have a 2-game lead over the Tacoma Rainiers, who are now 62-57. And the Rainiers have lost their 6th in a row, and they have lost 10 of the last 12, yet they're still in this hunt. They're hoping to get it turned around tomorrow. Game 2 of the 5-game set tomorrow night at 7:05 p.m. And the Rainiers will have on the hill tomorrow evening Rich Dorman against Salt Lake's Chris Hunter. That's tomorrow at 7:05. We'll be on the air with a pregame show at 6:50 in the evening. This one goes to Salt Lake 3-2. We'll check the Major League Baseball scoreboard when we come back after this.
Hey, Mitch in the morning here, and I have some fantastic news from Comcast. They are offering the lowest price of the year on basic cable and high-speed internet. Yes, the lowest, only $14.99 a month each. With Comcast Cable, you get their top 75 channels like ESPN, CNN, Comedy Central, and TNT. Award-winning cable and local network shows now for just $14.99 a month through 2005. Plus, it's only $9.99 for professional installation. Shows like The Closer on TNT, Nip Tuck on FX, and college football on FSN will be at your fingertips with no expensive equipment to buy and no long-term contracts to sign. Also on sale is Comcast high-speed internet. Get lightning-fast speed so you can download pictures, movies, and games in a flash. Plus, you'll receive great free add-ons like Security Center, Video Mail, and Photo Show Deluxe. All for just $14.99 a month through 2005. These offers are just too hot to pass up, so give Comcast a call today because the summer blowout sale ends September the 23rd. Call 1-866-GO-CABLE. That's 1-866-GO-CABLE.
Now, the Fox Sports 850 Major League Scoreboard.
We'll start in the National League today. The only day game in the big leagues today was played at the Rig. The Cubbies hosting the Cardinals, and Carlos Zambrano brought his A game to the table. 6 shutout innings for Zambrano, but then he left the game with back tightness. No worries. The Cubs bullpen held on. The Cubs beat St. Louis 4-1. Derek Lee had 2 hits, including a couple of doubles, drove in a run. His average is at .350. Zambrano, the win, is 9th of the year. Jason Marquis, the loss. Arizona shuts out Atlanta 8-zip. 2 home runs and 4 runs batted in for Tony Clark, who has 21 home runs this year as a part-time player for Arizona. Claudio Vargas went 7 shutout innings to get the win over Jorge Sosa. San Francisco defeats Florida 1-zip as Noah Lowry outduels Dontrell Willis in a battle of young left-handers. Lowry went 7 1/3 without allowing a run. Dontrell Willis, 8 innings, allowed 1 run. It was a Randy Wynn homer in the 6th. That was enough for the win. The Giants beat the Marlins 1-zip in Miami. Cincinnati's a 5-3 winner at Milwaukee today. The Reds winning on the road for their 9th time in a row. They've won 9 straight road games. Luke Hudson getting the win over Chris Capuano. Reds winning that game despite 2 home runs by Brewers rookie Ricky Weeks. Houston downs Pittsburgh 6-5, scoring twice in the bottom of the 8th. It was a Morgan Ensberg home run to tie, and then Adam Everett scored the winning run on a throwing error by Rob Makoviak, and Houston is a 6-5 winner over Pittsburgh. The Astros continue to command the National League wild card race. And Washington's a 4-2 winner at Colorado. Esteban Loaiza gets his first win in over a month, worked into the 7th inning, allowed only 1 run. Nationals winning on the road at Coors Field. 2 games in progress in the National League. The Phillies have a 3-2 lead over San Diego. That game is in the 8th inning of play at Petco Park. And the Dodgers are at home hosting the Mets. The Mets have had 2 home runs from Victor Diaz, and they lead Los Angeles 6-3. All right, over to the National League now. We'll start at Fenway, the American League, I should say. That's where Fenway Park has always hosted the Red Sox of the American League. Boston, 9-3 winners over the Chicago White Sox today. David Ortiz, 2 home runs. 6 runs batted in. He went 4 for 5. Ortiz had 28 bombs this year. The Red Sox sneak out of there with a 1-run win over the White Sox. Yankees do the same over Texas. Derek Jeter hit a home run at the bottom of the 4th inning, his 14th of the year. It gave the Yankees a 6-5 lead. And after that, no one scored. The beleaguered Yankees bullpen put zeros on the board for the rest of the game, and the Yankees held on for a 1-run victory. Tampa Bay is an 8-6 winner at Cleveland. The Devil Rays have been playing better lately. Today it was Jorge Cantu with a homer and 3 runs batted in. Mark Hendrickson getting the win over Jake Westbrook. Toronto's Josh Towers pitches a complete game 9-hit shutout at Camden Yards, and the Blue Jays beat the Orioles 12-zip. Catcher Greg Zahn, 2 homers and 5 runs batted in for the Blue Jays today. Corey Koski also going deep. Detroit and Kansas City rained out in KC, and the Twins and the A's. How about this one? Someone finally beat Dan Herron and the A's. It was Johan Santana and the Twins. They win it 1-0. Santana goes the distance, and Johan today strikes out 9 pitches, a complete game 3 hitter. Dan Herron for the A's takes a 1-0 loss, his first loss since May 26th. And one game going on right now in the American League, and it is the Mariners up at Safeco hosting the Angels. The Angels have just broken through with a couple of runs in the top of the 8th inning off relief man J.J. Putz. RBI singles by Garrett Anderson and Benji Molina, the big hits. And the Angels lead the Mariners 6-4 top of the 8th. Vladimir Guerrero has homered twice in this game. Benji Molina also has homered. Adrian Beltre, a 2-run shot for the Mariners. Mariners, Jamie Moyer and J.J. Putz have been knocked out of the game. George Sherrill now in doing the pitching. It is the Angels 6, the Mariners 4 in the 8th inning at Safeco. That's the Major League scoreboard here in Tacoma. The Rainiers fall to Salt Lake by a run, 3-2. We'll be back with more after this.
Hi, it's Mike Gastineau. You've heard me say it for years. There's always tickets available for any sports event you want to go to. It just depends on how hard you want to work to get them. Hi, it's Mike Gastineau. You've heard me say it for years. There's always tickets available for any sports event you want to go to. It just depends on how hard you want to work to get them. Well, I've got a way to make it easier for you. StubHub.com. If you're looking for good Mariners or Seahawks tickets this season, check out StubHub.com. It's where fans buy and sell tickets in Seattle and nationwide. These tickets come directly from season ticket holders and from other fans, so you've got access to the very best seats in the country. From the bleachers to behind home plate, StubHub has the ticket for you. With millions of tickets available every day, StubHub is your #1 resource for every game, every team, everywhere. Now, here's a big part of the process. Along with this wide selection of seats and prices, StubHub also offers a 100% buyer guarantee. You'll always get the tickets you want in time for the game, and that's guaranteed. To order your Mariners or Seahawks tickets today, visit StubHub.com or call 866-StubHub. That's 866-788-2482. StubHub, where fans buy and sell tickets.
StubHub! Well, the Rainiers and the Salt Lake Stingers begin a 5-game battle tonight to see who, if anyone, is going to take charge in the Northern Division pennant race. And, well, Salt Lake fires off the first salvo. They win this one 3-2 tonight. Great pitching performances for both starters. It's just that Salt Lake's Joe Saunders was just a hair better than the Rainiers' Chris Beglovsky. And the Stingers win it 3-2 the final. Once again, the Rainiers rallying in the 9th inning. They did not show any quit. Jose Lopez, the big 2-run double to bring the Rainiers within a run. They had the tying run in scoring position, but couldn't get one last clutch hit to tie it up, and they wind up falling 3-2. Well, they try to bounce back tomorrow. Rich Dorman gets the start for the Rainiers. His second start since coming off the DL. His first start in Oklahoma, nothing to write home about. He made it through 2 innings and allowed 6 runs, so he's hoping to fare a bit better tomorrow. He told me he was a little too nervous, a little too excited out there on the hill, and he's hoping to settle down his next time out, which will be tomorrow night. Salt Lake's going to start right under Chris Hunter, a young pitcher who they brought up from Class A to fill in for a couple of outings, and he's pitched 2 gems. So he's sticking around, and he's going to make his third start tomorrow. Game time, 7:05, pregame show at 6:50 right here on Fox Sports 850. Want to thank our producer back in the studio, Sham Zaruska. This is Mike Curto saying so long from Cheney Stadium, where once again our final score today, Salt Lake defeats Tacoma 3-2. McCluskey with the pitch. It swung out, grounded towards second, and it's going to be fielded by Lopez. To Santiago for 1. On to first, there's 2. The Rainiers turn the double play, 4-6-3. Lopez to Santiago to Dobbs. And just like that, 2 men are gone at the top of the first inning. 3-2 pitch on the way to Curtis Pride. And it's a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down he goes. And McCluskey gets the strikeout, his second of the night. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Threw a fastball low and away. And Dobbs swung right through it. And Saunders has retired all 6 batters he has faced. And he has struck out half of them. Swung on and lined over second. And there it is. A base hit. The first hit of the game for either team. Greg Dobbs with a line drive over leaping second baseman Alberto Callaspo. 1-1 to Speck. Bunt at third base side. Good bunt. McCluskey picks it up, fires to first, not in time. And there's a bunt single for Speck to break up the no-hitter. Speck with his lead at first base. He'll steal from time to time. He has 8 steals this year. There he goes. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Rivera's throw. Oh, he is out. Out by a long shot. It was a breaking ball from McCluskey, but Rene Rivera just whipped the ball down to second base, and Jose Lopez applied the tag. Payoff pitch is swung on and lined into center field. Strong coming on, reaches down, and he falls down. It gets past him. It goes all the way to the fence. This is a big problem. Buddy is around second now, racing back to pick it up. Chew. He fires it into the cutoff man. They're waving Buddy around third. He's coming home, and he is going to score. Jamal Strong fell down in center field trying to catch that line drive, and the Stingers lead it 1-0. The pitch is swung out and hit in the air to left center field, and here we go. Chew is back at it, then track it at the wall, and it is gone. The big slugger, Dallas McPherson, hit 43 home runs last year, and he has just hit one out of here to left center field, a 2-run shot, and Salt Lake leads it 3-0. Here's a swing at a hard one-hopper in the hole. Santiago fields it, throws to first in the dirt. Scoop by Dobbs in time for the out. Next pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3, and down goes Speck, and the inning is over. Next pitch, grounded down the third base line, fair ball, heading down the line into the corner. 2 runs will score. Santiago and Nunez are in. Lopez with a double and 2 runs batted in, and the Rainiers have the tying run in scoring position with 1 out. The 1-0 is swung out and grounded to third. Pavkovich fields it, straightens up, throws high to first, and again Sorensen reels it in for the out, and that's the ball game. The Salt Lake Stingers hang on and defeat the Tacoma Rainiers 3-2 in the opening game of this 5-game set between the top 2 teams in the Northern Division.
This year's most impressive defensive line does not belong to a football, hockey, or soccer team. It belongs to Castrol, with a line of motor oils that protects your engine like no one else's. For starters, there's Castrol GTX, the motor oil that provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. For severe driving conditions, there's Castrol Syntec Blend Part Synthetic. And for the ultimate protection and performance, there's Castrol Syntec Full Synthetic, engineered with patented stabilizers. No matter which Castrol product you choose, you can be sure you're getting the best possible engine protection for the price. And that's important, because when it comes to protecting your engine, the best defense is the best defense. Castrol Motor Oil is featured at these fine dealers: Glen Grant Chevrolet, Performance Nissan, Renton Honda, and Toyota of Olympia. The Audi A4 1.8T Sports Sedan. Drivers love it for its German engineering and its well-appointed interior. You'll love it for the way it takes on the road and transforms a commute into an adventure. Audi, get ready for the ride of your life. Visit nwaudidealers.com and see for yourself. This has been a special presentation of Fox Sports Radio 850. Now, back to the Fox Sports Radio Network.